is it live? Because Daryl Mack makes cookies like that.
Yeah, he does. I can't wait for those. I'm just gonna do a couple of them as a giveaway, but I think Darley makes cookies is where it's at.
Darley. That's the first thing I saw when you put. I was like, "Who the fuck is Darley?"
Daryl's in transition.
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ! Let's start that fucking rumor.
Yeah.
All right.
No. Nay. Oh my God.
Let's see how many people we actually get this morning since we're starting at 9 o'clock, which is 8 o'clock for a bunch of our people.
Yes, it is.
Look out.
So yeah, I really enjoyed that Kool Kim, man.
Yeah. The UMCs and Focus.
Which is spelled differently because if it was spelled normally, Janelle says Focus stands for fuck off because you're stupid.
Yeah. No, this is KIS. All right. Are you in the right state of mind to proceed? How about that question?
I have coffee, if that's what you mean.
Really all that matters at this stage.
Yes.
All right. Then we are on a schedule, not only for our interviewee, but for our Punkin' Chunkin'.
Yes.
So,
which is why I have the Punkin' Chunkin' Munkin' today.
All right. Then let's kick you off with a 5 and straight.
Let's do it.
What was your mama?
This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast. Give me another one because my thing just disappeared. Okay.
All right. Let's try it again. What is 3?
There we are.
What was your mama?
This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, we bring you a double dose of Fresh in Peace. We celebrate Missy Day. Check in with some Fugees 2 times. Let you know who's piling on Jada. And we get a visit from friend of the show, the legendary Kool Kim. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Now about the street.
And here's your host, Bill Winter, and Mr. Throwback Thursday, Roberts.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome one more time. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday. This is episode 508 coming at you this week with your 2 favorite idiots, bringing you all the hip-hop news that there is to bring you. Bill up in New York, Jamie down in Virginia. How are you, my friend?
I am well. I believe it's been a while since I said that.
Yes. How's the shoulder feeling? Finally back to human?
Almost. I'm at like Android level now, I guess. I'm part human.
Okay, well that's better than the alternative where it had been. So
yes. Now I'm going to physical therapy, and they're bending and twisting and
very good.
Yeah, like the fat boys. I'm doing the twist. And
me, I'm tired as hell. I had a thankfully, you know what? Friday night, it's Sunday as we record. Friday night, I had 2 high school games, and I'm telling you, man, the building, I don't know if it's because it's a small building, they don't have a whole lot of room in the stands, but that building was loud with a capital loud. And it was a fun time. We did 2 games then. I had to be back in that building on 8 o'clock in the morning yesterday. So basically, I did 4 games within 13 hours and very minimal sleep with 45-minute drive there and back each time.
Right. Without traffic.
Without traffic. And then I got caught in bridge traffic on the way home. But I was supposed to have 2 more last night, but scheduling error. So I came home and didn't have them. So
Nice.
it was nice. I finally got to rest a little bit.
So since you are very tired today, you have your new hotness with you, and you are the old and busted. Is that how that works?
I've been old and busted for a long time. Yes. The IT department has provided me with a brand new system. So we shall see if the streaming is much more quality, because it's a faster system with a direct hookup into the modem. So hopefully the internet will not cheese me off too bad.
Yes. Hopefully the internets will not treat you like Jada.
No. The internet's treating Jada like caca.
It is self-inflicted, though.
It is. Because Jada didn't know when to keep her mouth shut. That's
No,
part of
she
the
wrote a whole
problem.
book.
Yeah. A memoir. Just like
Yes.
Britney. I got no interest in reading either of those things.
No, you're just waiting for the Taylor Swift memoir.
The less said about that, the better. I've got a better quality. People can hear it better. I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Yes. Things cannot be misconstrued. They're going to be very clear. You don't glitch now.
We got hip hop headlines
Mhm.
for this week. As a backup, if we need it, we have Woo News.
Always on standby, but I believe our guest is very interested in coming on, so he will not bail on us.
And we have music, which we may not be able to get to.
We may, yeah.
Because of time restraints, depending on if everything goes the way we think it's going to go.
Yes.
But we always have lyrics. So,
But yes, we do.
and we'll probably eschew the foosball update for this week.
Yeah, that's a very strong possibility.
You know how your team is doing. Follow along on Yahoo. And
Yeah.
you'll see, and then we'll talk about it next week. I
Don't
lost
talk
again
no
last
more.
week. That's all that matters. I lost last week.
As did I.
I'm angry. So, and we'll see what happens this week.
You're like Uncle Rumpy.
Oh, nothing like Uncle Rumpy. I keep drinking that coffee. I might be like Uncle Rumpy or Daylight. But that being said,
Yes.
let's get going, because we have a possibility of a guest who's supposed
We
to
do.
join us. So we don't want to waste any time.
Yeah.
So
Don't talk no more.
without any further delay, would you be so kind as to hit me with a little of that Triple H, please?
Yay, yay.
This is hip hop. This is hip hop headlines. Brought to you Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday.
Well, get on it. That's your time.
It is my toin, and unfortunately, my toin is going to start with a double dose of Fresh in Pieces this week. It was a rough 24 hours. We got news of 2, one of which is a huge name in hip hop.
Yeah.
And quite possibly responsible for one of the greatest dances ever.
Yes, 100%. Whether intentionally or not.
Variety magazine, variety.com is who we use for this source, but this one was everywhere.
It was.
One of the great producers in hip hop passed away this week at the age of 62 years old, and that would be DJ Mark the 45 King.
Mm-hmm.
Mark produced Stan for Eminem. He produced Hard Knock Life for Jay-Z. He produced Wrath of My Madness and Ladies First for Queen Latifah. And
he's made by Mark the 45 King. Yeah, it's right in there.
And the inventor of the 900 number.
Yeah, which you may know. If you have ever watched Yo TV Raps today.
which was used extensively by DJ Kool, of course. And
Oh, of
"Let me
course.
clear my throat."
Yes.
It's
It
six,
is the theme to the Ed Lover dance.
62 years old. Your man, DJ Premier,
Yes.
came out on Instagram and said his sound was unlike any other from his heavy drums, and his horns were so distinct on every production. And
Mhm.
that's, again, there are certain producers that when you hear their work, you know exactly who
Yeah.
it is. Like you can always tell a Premier track.
Right.
You could always tell a Mark the 45 King
Yes.
track. Mark Howard James, born 1961 in Bronx, started DJing in the 80s. He acquired his stage name from his use of obscure 7-inch singles. He
Yes.
was the 45.
45 King. Yes.
Signed a production deal with Tough City Records. Used his status to advance his expanded crew known as the Flavor Unit.
Flavor Unit. Yep.
Latifah, Chill Rob G,
Mm-hmm.
Apache, a whole lot of others. So
Other Apache.
yeah, it's incredibly sad that we've lost DJ Mark, the 45 King.
And Diamond was saying the other day when I posted a picture
Mhm.
of Mark and Latifah and Fab Five Freddy in Mark's basement, and that's where I first saw the 45 King. You know,
Mhm.
I'd already heard him, but Fab Five Freddy went on location to talk to Latifah, and they were in Mark's basement. And he commented, he said, you know, Mark was one of the nicest guys, and I've read that a lot.
I've never heard anybody say anything bad about
No.
Mark, the 45 King.
No, I had tried to get him on the show in the past, but I couldn't find direct contact information. So that's another one that we miss.
Yeah, he I did not realize. I mean, I knew he was in bad health.
Right.
He had a heart attack, I guess.
Yep.
But that was back in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So and there were some substance issues in the past with him as well. And
Right.
we don't demonize people for that. Everybody has their problems. What I did not know was that he was in a horror movie.
Oh,
He was in a movie called 645, a horror film directed by Craig Singer, which also featured Remy Ma in a supporting role. So that
really?
is,
I will have to investigate that.
I was today years old when I found that.
Yeah.
Actually, I was yesterday years old when
Yesterday.
you sent me the article and I read through it and I was like, oh, so yes, I was 24 hours ago years old when I found that out.
6:45 horror movie. I'm gonna write that one down.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it 6 a.m.
No, and I love the fact that it's got 45 in the title because
Of
then
course.
it'll remind you as to who should be in it. So
That's how I'll remember. It was 6 something.
he also produced for Rakim and MC Light, Craig
Mhm.
Mack, remixes for Madonna, Public Enemy, that girl Lisa Stansfield, Salt and Pepper, Eric B. and Rakim together, Gangstar, and many others. DJ Mark, the 45 King, legendary hip hop producer, DJ, and the creator of the 900 number. Dead at the age of 62. And the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast extends our deep felt sympathies and thoughts to the friends, family, and fans of DJ Mark, the 45 King.
This next one is also a hip hop legend, just in a different branch that we don't often talk about.
Right. Because hip hop is not just music. There
No.
are 5 elements of hip hop. I almost used the Element mug today, but I went with the Punkin' Chunkin' mug today.
I went a little into the future.
I saw a deep little glimpse of what you had.
That's just the prototype one though. Those just got ordered the other day for everybody who's interested.
So that is the pre-megastar John Cena version, the
Yes,
prototype.
it is. It's got blonde hair.
I see pictures of that every now and then, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably a good idea that they
He
changed
wrestled for
him out.
Tony Atlas.
He did. New York City graffiti pioneer Tracy 168
Mm-hmm.
passes away as well this week at the age of 65. Again, not terribly old.
No, not at all.
And this came to us from thesource.com. I guess it's a bad week to have numbers in your name
It does seem that way. Yes.
because So graffiti being one of the 5 elements, or street
Mhm.
art, however you want to refer to it. One of the giants from the first generation of graffiti, Tracy 168, passed away, I guess, last month at his home in the Bronx, and it's just being
Yes.
reported now. 65 years old. Michael Tracy was his given name.
Mhm.
He wrote his first tag on New York City MTA buses back in 1969,
Yeah. A number.
before either of us were born.
Yes.
And that's saying something, because we are not young.
We are not. Old and
Uh,
busted.
His graffiti art is recognized as the original wild style,
Mhm.
and was a mentor to famous New York City graffiti artist turned contemporary art icon Keith Haring. Tracy wrote with some of the most revered writers such as Cliff, LSD, Peanut Scheme, and others in the graffiti world. He was an honorary member of the legendary South Bronx gang, the Black Spades,
Like spades, yeah.
and formed his own crew known as the Wanted. The funny thing about things like this, Tracy 168 is gone. As long as they don't cover it up, his art will live forever.
Yeah.
But another loss of a very important person in the beginnings of
Yeah.
hip hop and what hip hop is. So once again, we at the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast extend our thoughts and condolences to the friends and family and the fans of his work,
Mhm.
of New York City graffiti pioneer Tracy 168, who passed away at the age of 65. Now we get into some happy stuff.
Yes.
And when we get into happy stuff, it's always good to start with your hometown girl.
Yes. My wife sent me this article, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So there you go. Getting contributions from everywhere.
Yeah.
This is from the Daily Press at dailypress.com.
Which is a local newspaper.
Missy Elliott, who looks like she has lost a ton of weight.
She has, yeah.
Looks good. Not that she didn't look good before.
Right.
But getting healthy,
Mhm.
hopefully it's for healthy reasons and not anything we don't know about. But Missy has donated $50,000 to the Portsmouth Housing Authority. You being a Portsmouth resident?
I am.
On the first anniversary of her dedicated day. Now, they did Missy Misdemeanor Elliott Day last year,
Mhm.
where they named the street after her and everything. So
I go down that street quite a bit.
I can't believe it was a year ago already.
I know.
So, yeah, last year, Missy returned for a dedication ceremony of a portion of McLean Street as Missy Elliott Boulevard and the proclamation of Missy Elliott Day in Portsmouth, Virginia. In
Party
the
down P-Town, yes.
In the 757. So she celebrated her anniversary of it Tuesday by coming home to donate $50,000 to the Portsmouth Redevelopment and Housing Authority. The executive director of the Housing Authority said after a short ceremony that the money will pay the past due rent of 26 families.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool. Winston received a giant cardboard check at the Dr. O. Mariner Family Life Center at Grove Church, the city's oldest African-American Baptist church. And I believe I've driven past that church.
You have.
When
I know you have.
Because I remember the name. Missy made a short speech. She'd been planning how to celebrate Missy Day since this time last year. And instead of it being a celebration of me, you know about me. I wanted to give back and let that be the celebration of Missy Elliott, just to show that I love everybody out here, she said. And
she's like the mayor.
Everybody love Missy. Missy love everybody.
That's right.
So really, really cool thing. She says, to finalize her speech, just know that P-Town is with me no matter where I go. So party down P-Town.
Yes.
Is always in the heart.
We were at the Super Bowl.
we were, yes. She goes, I love my city. I love my state. I love everything about it. Everything about Missy comes from here. The hospitality, the humility, the confidence. If you mess with me, it's a problem. We sweet, but don't try us.
That's right.
So that is a good stern warning from Misdemeanor Elliott.
Yes.
who did a really nice thing and should be commended for it.
You know, we give her a street in a day and she gives the city 50 grand. You know, that's
And more importantly, she gives 26 families
yes.
the security of knowing they're not going to be kicked out of their house.
Yep.
So that, more important than anything else, is what this is all about.
Yeah.
I believe I gave you this next article.
Probably. Which one we at?
If AI wrote it, you must acquit.
Yes.
I sent this to you halfway through the week because I was on lunch scrolling through. I got it from Yahoo. This comes from NBCnews.com.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't
you know
matter
it's
where.
Be legit. He's trying to avoid Guantanamo Bay.
He is. he can dance around the border. He just doesn't want to be there.
Like the eye of A. Convicted Fugees rapper Pras Michelle's lawyer used AI to draft his bungled closing argument.
Hello, John.
Good morning, John. Which, by the way, I want to recognize John and Mr. Cranky Pants who have joined us this morning. So,
yes.
The lead defense lawyer for Pras in his ongoing legal issues improperly relied on an experimental generative AI program. He used Chat GPT basically
for his closing argument
to draft.
Look, he should have hired the law offices of William M. Winters Esquire because he would have written his own closing.
Yeah, and it would have been like Peter Griffin. I would have just said, in conclusion, come on. Come on. Oh, well, there's
because we didn't know you were here,
because
Rob.
we didn't know you were here. That's why. Now that we know you are
What's
here,
up,
you get
Rob?
your props. Hello, Rob.
Yeah, we got to tell you, we can often see how many people are logged in. Now, there could be more people viewing, but we can only see how many people are logged in, and we don't know who they are until they say something.
No, it just gives us a number. It doesn't give us names.
It gives us 1989. That's it.
So, hello, Rob. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
We've missed you. So, his new counsel said that AI-generated closing argument by his previous lawyer, a man named David Kenner, was a resounding flop. Now, we have read some AI stuff.
Well, yeah, there's been AI reviews of our show, or not reviews, explanations of our show,
of our episodes and things like that. AI is definitely artificial, not so intelligent sometimes.
No, it is still trying to become intelligent.
So for us, it was artificial stupidity, which we don't need. We bring enough natural stupidity.
Yes, we have natural.
But Kenner's closing argument made frivolous arguments, misapprehended the required elements, conflated the schemes, and ignored critical weaknesses in the government's case. It's an awful lot of big words. We are but humble pirates.
Yes.
By using an experimental AI program to generate his closing argument, Kenner botched the single most important portion of the trial.
And what I write back to you is if my lawyer uses Chat GPT, you got to set me free. Is that what?
Yes,
that's
exactly what you said, me.
That's process. That's his appeal stance.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
No.
Try using that next time you get a traffic ticket. Put it into Chat GPT. The reason I was speeding is because cars are made in such and such a way. What? What are you talking about?
Because I was driving a vehicle that was made in Pontiac, Michigan, and but I don't get it, man.
No, it's just
yes. Unfrozen caveman lawyer. Yes.
There's a reference from the past.
Little Phil Hartman in there.
Yes. Next article. It's our weekly version of What Did Jada Say This Week?
Look, she's been all over the talk show circuit, and
oh my God, yes,
because she has a memoir.
a memoir.
Yeah, she wrote a book.
Yes, I was gonna say that's a big fancy French word for I wrote some thoughts down. Want to hear it? Here
Here
it
you go,
goes.
yeah. And everyone has wanted to hear it so that they can say their own stuff back to her.
And then those who have heard it were like, we didn't need to hear this.
Yeah.
The latest shot across the bow.
You're going to get a 2 for here.
Oh, goody. Cameron has taken a shot at Jada. Cameron has jokes.
So does John.
Yes. Yeah, she's been. And remember, Tupac spelled backwards is kaput.
Kaput, yes.
So, I think I made that joke in week 2.
See, it was very early.
Cameron has jokes. Jada continues to make headlines for her conversations about Tupac, who's been dead for years.
Or has he?
And Will Smith.
She's the worst kind of woman.
Who her marriage has been dead apparently for years. Ever the jokester. Killer Cam took to Instagram on October 19th with a photo dressed in a classic Pac outfit while seemingly filming something. Poking fun at Jada. He also used a line from All Eyes on Me. He's like, picture me rolling on the way to meet Jada. Now, Cameron isn't the only member of Dipset who sent a shot across the bow. Jim Jones.
Just like his mama.
Basically saying that I knew Jada when she was a teenager. She sold crack.
Well, that's what she's saying. It's in her memoir saying that she used to sell crack when she was young.
He says, my whole thing is if you sold crack in the 90s, 9 times out of 10, there's still some crackheads in the neighborhood that can vouch for that. To which my thought is, crackheads live that long on that shit? If I was doing crack in the 90s, I'm turning into Chris Rock.
You would have Pookie face, yes.
If I was doing crack in the 90s, I highly doubt I'm going to be here in 23.
Let alone remember that Jada sold to you.
So Jim Jones says, you was selling that butter. I didn't know crack was known as butter.
No, that's because you didn't regularly buy crack, I guess.
I am not a regular consumer
of the cracked cocaine.
Of the cracked cocaine. No. I don't know where Jada grew up at, but we need to go check and see. They got some friends that can verify or validify.
Validify, yes. That's
a Jim Jones word. His mama taught him that.
It's hard to understand what she's saying when she's kissing you on the mouth.
But anyway, they can validify that she had that butter on the block for sale.
Here's my big thing about this.
My head hurts from Jim Jones now.
How is and her explanation from what I've read is, my mom was a heroin addict and and I didn't have any, and I needed to make money in order to care for myself and blah blah. So this is what I did. Why is that something you feel the need to go? There ain't no way she sold crack. I'm gonna dispute that. Of all the things that she's saying in her memoir, why is it that there's no way?
That's going to be my hip-hop nickname, by the way. MEM-WAH. But I'm going to use the Woo W. That'll be my Woo affiliate name. Memoir.
It'd be Chris Memoir.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I was going to say like Claudine.
No. We got to go dark. But yeah, of all
apparently we are now on the dark web because we went there. Holy
dark
shit.
Side of hip hop.
Never such thing as too soon, John. Not in the world of comedy. There's no such thing as too soon.
No, it happened. Okay. But yeah, of all the things,
let me just give a little thought on the too soon thing.
You going to Jesselnick?
Jesselnick had the greatest line ever when he says, you can't go on Twitter and make fun of victims as soon as like the Boston Marathon thing. He said the minute the guy, the minute it happened, he goes, there are some lines that just shouldn't be crossed, especially the finish line.
The finish line, yeah.
So people were like, that's too soon. That's too soon. And he's like, why? He goes, you can't go on Twitter and say shit like that soon after a tragedy. And he says, victims are not on Twitter at that moment.
They are not.
He goes, they are busy doing victim shit. So, but
Yeah.
no, not too soon. But holy shit, memoir, Chris memoir. Holy shit. Anyway, getting back to your
A gas station we passed, yes.
Oh,
But yeah, of all the things to pick on her for, disputing that she sold crack in the 90s.
yeah.
Okay. So if she didn't, that makes her a worse person? I don't get it.
Makes her a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what his angle is at.
No.
Maybe
He
it's
just wanted to talk about butter on the block.
and because his mama told him to.
Yep.
After she took her tongue out of his mouth.
Yes.
That
Mama
whole-
told me not to smoke. I know.
Oh no, that the original song of that now has a whole new different meaning. We are really dark now.
We
Ugh.
are.
So yeah, that's what Jada was saying. She was selling crack because my mother was not doing well. She was a high functioning heroin addict.
Yes. That means she was
Like
awake enough to buy it and then go lay down.
How can you use the same descriptive term to describe a heroin addict that you would use to describe an autistic person?
Yes. Or an alcoholic.
Jada needs to stop talking and stop writing.
Yes, but she's done writing now.
Yes, I understand, John. I just think it was a way for me to bring up the funniest thing that Jesselnick has said regarding that. But yes, time plus tragedy equals comedy.
Yes.
Sometimes that time is 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
What
tragedy.
is time but an abstract concept of life?
It's a tragedy if I am walking out of a bar with Jamie and slip and fall on my face. It's also,
I always ask if you're okay before I laugh at you, though.
it's always a comedy because it's like, are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Dumbass.
I always check to make sure you're okay first. I won't laugh if you don't respond until you're in the hospital, and then I can start laughing at you.
Yeah, and then you laugh at anybody who listen.
Mm-hmm. You goddamn right I will.
This is another weird thing. This part of this article,
Mhm.
because how can I delicately say this? This kind of has
When do we do delicate?
because it involves my family.
Okay.
We almost had this situation within the family dynamic of which I have married into. Let's put it
Okay. Fair.
if Pac had survived Vegas, and this is Jada's quote, he and Will would have ended up being really good friends. They would have had a lot to offer each other. Funny enough, Will was the only person when I started dating him. Pac never said anything.
Mm.
If I dated anybody else, Pac had something to say. He didn't think anybody was good enough, which I understand. But when I started dating Will, he didn't say anything, which meant to me in his own way, he approved. He didn't say anything, not a word, which made me believe he approved.
It was okay.
Yeah, that's not how any of this works.
That's how it works in Jada world.
Let's just say within the in-law family dynamic, we have kind of had something like that. And
Mhm.
I would guarantee that if the person who is no longer with us was still with us, they would not approve of the current relationship situation of the person involved. That's all I'm going
Noted.
to say. Because life is not eating rainbows and pooping butterflies and
But I
yeah.
have been told to taste the rainbows. I don't know.
You think Will would have walked up to Tupac and smacked him like you did Chris Rock?
No, because he understands Tupac had alopecia too.
What the fuck is wrong with you today?
I have no idea.
Is it the early start?
It may be.
Well-
And the chocolate rum ball and You know,
there you go. Which, by the way, is available again.
it is.
Dark Spirits Chocolate Rum Ball available at Deathwish Coffee. Use the code TBT. Save 12% off your order.
You should do that.
Shameless plug. Radar.com brings us our next article. You did that to yourself.
It's true.
Yeah. How many times are you going to touch the stove and burn your hand before you realize it may be hot?
Yes, this is one of those things you would expect to be a self-correcting error, but it is not.
It is not. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Lauryn Hill had a concert.
Yes.
Lauryn Hill didn't show up on time.
Here's my big question about it. So the Fugees open for Ms. Lauryn Hill. Was she on time as a Fuji and then late as Ms. Lauryn Hill?
That's some Inception shit that it is way too early in the morning for me to wrap my head around.
That's like your hands washing each other. You know, it's one of them. It's one of them thoughts.
I said that to about 10 people this week, and they all looked at me like, "The fuck is wrong with you?"
Because they don't get it, man. They are not on that level yet.
They are not ethereal enough. Apparently,
they are not ready to accept the truth.
So, Lauryn Hill upset fans at a New Jersey concert for allegedly. How do you allegedly be 2 hours late? You were either late or you weren't.
I've never been to a show where it says, this is the time this person's coming on. This is the time this next person will be on.
We don't get an itinerary or a set list when you buy a ticket.
So how do you know she was late? Maybe that is the time that she wanted to be there.
I'll let you know if Ian shows up late when I go see Tull on November 4th. How's that? I will say going to see Kool Keith. Yes, I saw your.
Yes, we're super fucking excited. It says doors open 6:30, Kool Keith 8:30, 10 o'clock out. It says it right on when you're buying the tickets. That's the first time I've ever seen
probably that. Only because I would think there's probably some kind of noise ordinance in the area that he's going to be in.
There has to be.
And is it it's a weeknight?
It is a Sunday night.
Okay, so usually Sunday through Thursday are the nights that noise ordinances are in effect. Usually Friday and Saturday night you can get away with doing shit.
Yeah, I think all the Portsmouth and Virginia Beach shows at the amphitheaters have to be shut down at 11.
Yeah, so there you have it.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill infuriated fans at her concert in New Jersey because she made them wait over 2 hours to take the stage, and the audience could barely hear the music.
See, that's different, and that too is not her fault.
That's the mixer. That's the sound engineer.
Yeah.
Well, what do you expect? Was that
unless she's up there whispering, or she doesn't seem like the I'm going to whisper stuff person.
Well, was it the Rock you went to for the MTV thing, or was it the Barclays Center? Where did you go for that?
Barclays Center.
Okay, because this was at the Rock in Newark, New Jersey, the home of the New Jersey Devils. So you should have realized, if you're, any kind of a hockey fan, that fuck the Devils, and
because many hockey fans are going to see El Boogie,
and fuck Jack Hughes. So.
And whenever I smell cheap cologne and raccoons, I know I'm in New Jersey.
I love that. I love that little snippet. So, yeah, she launched her 25th anniversary tour of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill in September. The show was set to start at 7:30. Some fans claimed Hill didn't take the stage until nearly 10 p.m. Well, if you go to a comedy show to see a headliner and the show starts at 8, your headliner is not getting on stage usually until about 9:30.
Yeah.
Because there is this concept of opening acts.
And like I said, the opening act was the Fugees.
Was her group. Which, group your group, Greg.
Yeah, but I'm really curious to know if she performed with the Fugees.
Apparently not. It doesn't say in here. I'm going to assume, since she did not step on stage until 10-ish, that she was not part of the Fuji experience.
Well, that is very odd.
Despite her past.
Don't tell me I'm seeing the Beatles and give me Ringo.
Despite her past, the fans who purchased tickets which sold for as high as $1,200, were not pleased. And one fan wrote, "What a huge disappointment at the hashtag Lauryn Hill concert. Horrible sound, made to wait over 2 hours before the performance, on top of not being able to take our seats for an hour after doors opened." That's weird.
That part is weird.
You're going to open a door and you're going to make people wander. What do they have
Around
to
the
do?
concourse or whatever.
Yeah, go to the concourse, buy merch,
Yeah.
buy food. Maybe that was by design. Maybe it's like, hey, you can't sit down
Until you buy
Here's
stuff.
what you got to do. We're going to soak you for money.
Mhm.
It's actually kind of brilliant. Another posted a screenshot of a text from a friend who attended. So this is somebody who wasn't even there.
I am so mad that my friend had to wait.
The friend said it was trash. The sound quality was horrible. I couldn't make out any of the instruments or lyrics for most of the show. She remixed basically every song, some
Okay.
to the point where they were unrecognizable. She sang the songs really fast, like she was rushing, and cut a lot of the verses out of the songs. That sounds like a Rakim thing where
Yeah. I told you the last time I saw him, great show. But yeah, any other time before that,
And here you go. There's a shout out to people like DJ B. The DJ that played for an hour before she came on was the best part of the night. Yes, and there was no intro. DJ introduction. There was an intro last week, I believe. I hope you got hold of it. We did
and
have
if we get to music, I believe there's one this week too.
Yes. Another concert goer tweeted or posted or whatever they call it.
Whatever it is, yes.
She doesn't.
Exited.
She doesn't sound good. A lot of people are leaving.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just talked, was it last week or the week before, where we said how classic artists have better showings at their show than new artists. So she gets the people there, but one, she doesn't have a catalog. Two, she's not on time, and apparently you can't hear her anyway.
Oh, here's a little clarification. Somebody another fan defended the singer, saying the Lauryn Hill concert wasn't as bad as everyone's saying. Yes, she was mad late, but the performances were good by her and the Fugees. Yes, she didn't come on till almost 10 p.m. The first hour was a chaotic mess. But then the Fugees came out at 11:15. So they came out after her.
Yeah.
And it was a brilliant set, and she came full circle, and it was solid. So she came out at 10, did some
So she
miseducation
opened-
stuff for the group.
Yeah.
But then somebody's like, too old to be waiting 2+ hours for a concert to start.
I do understand that part, but you have to know that going in that it's going to happen. Like you said, I ended up walking out on Ghost and Ray.
Yeah. Almost the entirety of my section at the Rock has left. It's a work school night, and some people have been here for 4 to 5 hours at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's now she had come out with, and it's not in this article, I don't think, the reason why she's always late.
Yeah.
And she comes up with some mental gymnastics that would make Simone Biles proud.
Mm-hmm.
Basically her thing is, I'm late sometimes because I have to get in the proper mental headspace to deliver the songs the way that I feel they should be delivered for that evening. And sometimes it takes me longer to get into that headspace. And I understand if your ticket says 8:00, but sometimes I don't feel I'm in the right space until about 10:15. And I don't want to be a disappointment. So I'm not going to come out before I'm mentally ready, and it just blah, blah, Fuji la.
Indeed.
Ah, God. And there was no intro. So
It was not.
So, yeah, if you buy a ticket to Lauryn Hill, caveat emptor, man.
Yeah.
Let the buyer beware.
Yeah. Say it's not like any of this is a surprise.
So our last article, this is hip hop. And my weed guy didn't show up on time.
We have an article after this.
Yes, we do. That's right. A late breaking article.
Yes.
That
Yes.
came through yesterday that I have to pull up because it was sent
Yes.
to be in Messenger. So
Yes.
I'll
I'll get
open
it
that.
to you.
This is hip hop. And I like this
Yeah.
because it's friend of the show,
Mm-hmm.
one of our best interviews ever,
Yes,
and one half of Def Rugs.
indeed.
Eric Sermon, the Green Eye Bandit, has rekindled the hip hop flame, and this comes to us from SOHH, which I think is Sound of Hip Hop.
I think so. Yes.
.com. They're new to us because I had to mute them. So welcome to the Source Brigade. Eric Sturman has joined forces with DJ Eddie F.
Of Heavy D and the Boys.
Heavy D and the Boys, yes. And Jaron Benton to commemorate the 50th anniversary of hip hop by releasing a single titled This Is Hip Hop.
Indeed.
As hip hop faces shifting sales, rap veterans, and we've talked about this, appear to have come to the rescue. New school artists are not carrying the water anymore.
They are not.
They haven't been.
No.
So the old school ones are the ones who are still kind of driving the bus on this sort of thing.
I mean, think of how many times we bring you an old to the new. And that is just the ones
that we get wind of.
Right. Because there's a lot of them that slip by and I don't catch them until, a month, 2 months later. I go, oh, shit, how did that one come out? And then you got people like Redman.
Yes.
Redman's doing this whole Jack Boy Beats. It's not even an album.
No, it's just him saying, I'm throwing this out.
Yeah, I'm going to put my rhymes over your beat, and I'm going to show you how it's really done.
Mm-hmm. And
he's got like 6 or 7 of those now.
Jack Boy Beats things are so good.
Yeah.
Redman is so good. So, yeah, Eric Sermon's got this single that came out with Eddie F. featuring Jaron Benton. It's not just him, though. Nas has released new music. Killer Mike released an album in June this year after an 11-year hiatus.
Yeah.
Mount Westmore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Kool Kim, as we played for you last week.
Mm-hmm. Cube, Pastor Troy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to just pull up, I actually have a playlist called Old to the New where I just throw in things when I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So you got, I guess it goes back to 2020 here. You got Yo-Yo with Out of Control. Money B and Scott Knox with Black Man in America. Fredro Starr, Punk MCs. Redman, Hip Hop 2020. Billy Dan's, I'm just going to go through. Arrested Development, Scorpio, De La Soul, DMX, Fife, RZA.
Yeah, Fife put out that Dear Dilla right before he passed away.
Snoop and Jada and Busta Rhymes with Murder Music. Murder Music. Oh, your favorite, Mick Benzo with Bring That Party Back.
Oh, God.
That was in New Jersey.
And it smelled like...
Hey, DMC is constantly putting stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Muggs, Method Man, and Slick Rick. Mantronics and Just Ice came back. Mikey D. Mikey D, side note, been pushing lately. Like somebody, I want to say it was Shan, was in an interview and somebody asked him about, like his top 5 from Queens. And he's like, I don't do top 5 shit and blah, blah. He goes, but if I were to pick one, if I would do a top 5, and he said, Mikey D. And the dude interviewing him was like, who's Mikey D? He said, see? So you need to find out. So Mikey D posted that and he's like, yeah, you better find out. And he's putting out all this stuff lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, good for you, man. Get up there and show them who you are.
Show them what you got.
And for those of you who may not remember why Mikey D is important to this show.
Thursday back, we throw it. We're taking it back to the top. It's Thursday back, we throw it. We're taking it back to the block.
He dropped that one on us.
Yes.
And showed up in the chat and said, hey, I got a song for you.
And we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, player.
Taking it back to the throwback.
But yeah, I mean, it's all of the classic artists are coming back to save what it is that they helped build.
Mm-hmm. And well, somebody's got to, because
Yeah, we can't do it.
No.
We can play you the old stuff. We can't make new music.
Because the music that we hear, not
Yeah.
not so good from some of the new school artists, but the old
No.
school stuff is, we heard before we came on, we came across
Ooh.
something that we hadn't heard before, and
Yes.
I can't wait to bring up in conversation.
Yes,
So
with our guest.
yes. So last little bit. Now, what did you say you were titling this? You had a great title for it. Let me pull this up here. You are calling this
A night
A
in
Night
prison.
in Prison. Yes. Not something that you want to experience.
No, exactly, which is why I thought that that's what it should be called. It's not what they're calling it, by the way. But
No, they should, though. Was the world asking for this? Was the world clamoring for this?
not that I'm aware of. I didn't even know this was a thing that could happen.
I didn't know either. I just didn't think that this kind of access was allowed in penal institutions.
No, and maybe it's just going to be however long their phone call is allowed to be, and it's recorded on the other end. I don't know.
TMZ brings us this. Suge Knight may be locked up, but he's going to be starting a podcast from prison. It's going to be called Collect Call with Suge Knight.
Yeah.
It's a new podcast with Breakbeat Media and the Source magazine founder, Dave Mays.
Yeah. So Dave, founder of the Source magazine, is going to be the one receiving the collect calls from Suge, if I read this correctly.
Dave says he's already stashed about 5 episodes containing half-hour conversations, each ahead of the pod's official launch on Halloween.
Can people not call it a pod? That is one of the things that irritates me so, and it shouldn't, but it does.
Because pod just stands for playable on demand.
Yeah. You can call it a cast,
Yes.
a broadcast, a narrowcast, whatever you want to call it. But pod is not the way to go.
No, pod is a storage facility as far
Yes.
as I'm concerned.
And it's a type of people.
So everybody's on notice, from Master P, Whack 100, Warren G, Akon, anybody who's on the road in front of him that he can't see.
Yeah. Or behind him that he can't see.
Dave says that the cast is not only about slinging mud. Suge wants the younger generation to benefit from his experiences and will be looking to connect with them and connect them with older artists and fielding questions from the audience. How do you field questions from the audience?
The
Unless
only thing I can think of is Dave is going to monitor like their email or their social media or whatever for this. And then the next episode, the next collect call, bring them up. So you can ask questions now and we'll get you answers next show. Kind of like we used to throw out questions to the posse.
so everything, and everybody has a podcast. That's the big joke.
Yeah.
Lately. We've had one for almost 10 years, so we're
Yeah.
ahead of the game.
Yeah. Back when you had to explain to people what a podcast was. Yes.
But apparently, Suge called into TMZ, which is why TMZ is reporting
Yes.
on his podcast, into TMZ Live not too long ago, and stated that he had no intention of snitching on Keith D after he was arrested in connection with the murder of Tupac. So Suge's still not dropping dimes from behind
No.
bars.
Just shows how much he gave a shit about Tupac. Yes.
Again, I'm going
It's
to
not like-
leave.
Oh, newsflash. Jada says that she is Suge Knight.
Oh God, Jade is everything. Jade is everywhere. And again, I will close with the same question that I opened this with. Was anybody asking for this?
Yeah.
Because
well, speaking to Jada, was anybody asking for woo? No, but
depends on your definition of which woo you're talking about.
the only one that pertains to Jada Pinkett Smith,
Yes.
Shakur, Knight, whatever.
And every other brother she had going through her.
Savion Glover.
As you've never seen on him before. Oh, man. So that's hip hop headlines for episode 508. We're going to take our first break of the day. And when we come back, we should be joined, hopefully, by a special guest.
Yes.
And there's only one way to find out. And that's for you to come back after the break to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 508.
Yay. I should get a drop ready. It'd be weird to play the Kool Kim one. So we're not going to do that. Drops. How about see if this is what I want. Yeah, that's all I want. So I have that on standby. We'll take this and put it here so I can see this later. Take it from 125 to 150 because I'm blind. Yo, I can't see.
You need to wear some glasses like EMC. That you are so Halloween-y right now. She has on a bright orange sweatshirt and pumpkin leggings.
Know what I have?
I have on a Death Wish coffee shirt.
Crumbs.
Crumbs.
I've got. Look, we're going to do a giveaway, not today, so you guys can plan for the future. If you happen to wear an extra large shirt, which I'm sure no one currently viewing does. Well, maybe Rob. I'm going to be giving this away in an extra large. Not yet, because you're already here. I had to do something to get you here. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Make sure I have. Yep, got that on standby. Good. I have it on a button now. So what else do we have going on? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Where did... That is not what I was looking for. That was Morris Day and Snoop Dogg.
I'm going to wish a happy birthday to a hip hop loving friend of mine who listens to the show but never joins us.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Nielsen.
Not Kevin Nealon.
No. My friend Kevin, who I graduated high school with and everything.
Give you guys some standby music while we wait for our special guest. Focus has 5,031 monthly listeners, by the way.
I'm telling you, man, this is a sharp record.
It's good to hear Haas and Kim back together too.
It is, yeah. I'm still wondering. I can't wait to ask or have you ask about that. How did that come about? Because
And the thing bugs me is it got past me for a month. I mean, I spend a lot of time on Spotify, and I put in artists that I know, and it comes up at the top. This artist recommends whatever their new thing is. So since it was Focus, it wasn't showing up. But when I was listening to some UMCs, it was there. I think I'm going to lose to Dr. Tim this week, which should put me in last place.
Oh, wow.
I've got like half my team on a bye. And I've gone against pretty much every bit of advice that Yahoo's given me.
Yeah.
And no, you should be playing this guy. I'm like, nope, I got a feeling. I'm not playing that guy. I'm playing this guy.
I got a feeling like Adam Thielen.
Yes. But that guy's projected to put up 7 less points than the guy we want you to play. I don't care. I won $3 and change on the Rangers last night.
Very nice.
Since they were the favorite.
I wasn't expecting them to win 4-1.
That was negative odds.
We have a guest.
Yes, but we're on a break. Kim, we're on a break, so you're safe to say whatever you want to say.
Okay,
What's up, brother?
How you feeling, guys?
You're good.
You're doing
Welcome on
good.
Nice
How
Time
are
to
you?
Cast.
Yeah.
I'm chilling, man. Great to be with you, cats, man.
It is our honor to have you with us.
Yes. Let me see if I can get rid of this
I
overlay. There, make it better.
have a little cold. I'm trying to wolf down some soup right now.
Soup?
While y'all on the break. So bear with me. Apologies for eating while I'm on camera.
We're on break. You're good.
I was going to say, 1, we're on break. 2, we slurp coffee the entire time.
Yeah, the whole episode.
This is what I'll be slurping the entire time. Watermelon juice.
We don't judge.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, sir.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. We do judge, but we don't judge our legends. We judge the new stuff.
Okay, well, that's cool then. That's acceptable. I can live with that.
We judge no one who's actually on the show at the time. That'd be
no. It's the
that's the real answer right there.
It's like that old saying: if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Mm-hmm. Ours is if you can't say something nice, make sure they're not in a fucking room.
That's right.
Yeah. Make sure at least 100 yards away.
And don't have batteries in their hearing aids.
Yes. Yeah. Now there's been some people we talk shit about, but they bring it on themselves.
They do. We just spent half of the news segment talking about that.
What were you talking about?
Oh, well, one part was stupid people going to a Lauryn Hill show and then being mad that she wasn't on time.
They're wrong for that?
They are. You're going to tell me you've never heard that Lauryn Hill shows up late to her performances and you still bought a ticket and then you complained about something you knew was going to happen.
Nah, still, that don't excuse the unprofessionalism.
It does not, but she has a 100% track record of being late.
But here's the thing. Her demographic, her true demographic is 50 and up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We might can go back as far as 40 and up, but for the most part, 50 and up. You know what I mean? Guys got to go to work in the morning, yo.
True.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said. And we said the same thing. There was a comic years ago who said, look, if I'm going to a concert now at this age, don't give me an opening act. He goes, I don't want to see somebody who's trying to make their way. I paid money to see who I came to see. He goes, start that show at 6:30. Don't sell me any more t-shirts. I don't need any t-shirts. You want to sell me something? Sell me a freaking laptop case or something. Because I can rock a laptop case with a Wu-Tang logo on it or something. Because that I can use for work.
But you know what's funny about that, Zach? I really speaks to a big issue for hip hop right now. Is how does it grow up so that it can accommodate its demographic?
Oh, we're gonna get into that as well as some other things. So Are we ready to come back in, or do we?
One more.
I was gonna say we'll let Kim finish his soup.
You be rude, host.
I got a couple more scoops. These are the desperation scoops right here.
Got to get them last 3 noodles out the bowl.
Yep.
I do the
Yeah,
same thing. My wife gets so angry with the sound of that spoon scraping the bowl, and I'm like, look, I can't leave it's a ADHD thing with me. I got to get all the noodles out that bowl.
She don't respect the struggle, bro.
No.
No.
I get the last ice cream out of there.
Keep your eye on that one.
Oh, ice cream, yes.
Not for trouble, bro.
No, I outkicked my coverage, man. Jeez, we've been 20 years strong, and she could have done a hell of a lot better than me. So, and she's the IT department that helps this show
Yes.
run.
In that case, then power to her. You need to stop. You need to get off your clicking and clackety things. You know, like grow up, bro.
Yep.
Grow up, be a man, bro.
I know. So you know what I do? I just leave the room when it comes to that. If it bothers
Yep.
her that much, I
That way
take my
everybody's
bowl
happy.
into the other room. And God forbid you drink the milk out of the cereal once you're done, because that's her worst thing in the world. She's like, "That's used milk." And I'm
What?
like,
Yeah. That's what I said.
see, these are the hard-hitting questions. She says it's used milk, and I'm like, but I'm the one who used it.
Exactly.
It'd be
I'm
different.
having a hard time with that one right there.
It'd be different if you ate the cereal and then I drank your milk. That's
right.
That's a little,
Yeah. Then now you're talking.
That's a little weird. But
This is already. I've established this milk. I've
yes,
worked to infuse the cereal flavor in it.
and
I am
she
invested.
Goes, and she goes Adam Sandler on me and says, "No milk will ever be our milk."
There you go.
I'm
Yep.
like, that's the best part of the cereal, man.
Yeah, as Cranky said, he said that's your reward for finishing the cereal.
Yes, yes. That's
But wait a
your
minute. You
life
actually drink the milk?
after the cereal's done.
That
Yes.
indicates two things for me.
That I'm a psycho.
No. Had you not have been properly taught how to eat cereal.
Because you're supposed to be a group effort, the milk and the cereal together.
No. What happened? Well, yes, but here's how it goes. You're supposed to pour the milk first. You pour the milk first, then you have the exact amount of milk you're willing to drink
Mhm.
in your cereal endeavors, right? You only pour the amount of cereal that you need to cover the top of the milk. So this way, your entire cereal eating experience is a nice crunchy cereal. Once you finish that round of cereal, whatever's milk is left, now you pour
Reload.
On
another thing.
top. Yeah.
And then all the way until you've completely out of milk, and you will then have had the greatest cereal experience
Man.
in the world.
But then there's no scraping at the end.
Oh no, there is.
Okay.
There is.
There is those last
Because
little
at that
bits.
point,
Okay.
that
little
milk is absorbed into that cereal,
Yep.
and you got to scrape it a little bit. But
That last little corner, and you hit that with a couple of fresh pieces of cereal.
Mhm.
Simple pleasures are the best, brother.
I hear you.
I'm here to tell you. I'm not here to lie to y'all. I'm trying to get y'all right now.
man, now I'm starting to think of how do I put this into my oatmeal experience.
I don't know about that one.
That's
might be
a
another
different
scenario.
world.
Yeah, oatmeal's a different thing entirely.
There's a different protocol for hot cereal.
Yes.
I only eat oatmeal when I'm sick. Usually, if my throat's
And
bothering me.
Farina.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
Farina?
cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat, yeah.
Cream of wheat is a staple of life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Many a rapper has been weaned on
Mhm.
cream of wheat, a solid diet of cream of wheat and Captain Crunch.
Yep.
Mhm.
Damn it. Then how am I not a rapper then? Damn it. That's how I grew up.
Captain Crunch.
You're missing
Like-
the hard times. That's what you're saying.
There is not enough milk in the world to make Captain Crunch not feel like glass shards in your mouth either, man.
Glorious pain.
That's right.
It
It's
is.
worth it.
It
Worth
is
the
worth the
effort.
pain. It
It's the
is
food
worth
of
the
warriors.
pain. And don't
All
bring
right, I'm
me
ready,
none of
guys.
them-
Let's do it. Let's have
Don't
some
bring me
fun.
none of them soft ass crunch berries either. I just want my good old fashioned crunch.
You know,
All right,
if
I'm
you
a-
say anything else like that, I'm gonna get off this interview right now.
I actually like crunch.
Don't
berries.
disrespect crunch berries, yo.
I actually like crunch berries.
Crunch
It's
berries
easy.
are
I
the
can
greatest.
pick them out and we can keep going. It's all right.
Look, just put them in a nice little bag and then mail them over me.
Oh, they're good snacking, man. They're good snacking.
Oh, I love crunch berries.
All right. So, how'd your interview go? We talked cereal for
We
an
talk
hour.
cereal.
Yeah. That's how all my interviews go. It's ridiculous. They're like, "Yo, what are you talking about? How did this even come to be this?" Like, that's how it is, man.
This is only for the patrons. The patrons get the special back stuff.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I'm gonna hit this drop real quick, and then I'm gonna hit the special presentation music, and then Bill can do an intro.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So let's do that with a shriek. Who's your mama?
Here comes the soul.
Off the Soul Brother #1 Pete Rock. Shout out to Jamie and Bill on Mr. Throwback Thursday. Peace and love, baby. Thank you for your support. One love, one love, one love, one love, one love.
He's a sweet soul brother.
Oh my God, I'm getting off the show.
That does not mean that the next Charlie Brown special is coming on. Welcome back.
No, forget your intro. We're not even doing it. We're not doing the intro, everybody. Yo, what's up? This is Kool Kim from the UMC. I'm a special guest. These dudes really just put the. I have not heard that in so long. I feel like I'm wearing Snoopy. I'm looking out for the dog.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is a special presentation.
He's ready
That
to
is
look
special
for the,
presentation music.
He's looking for the Great Pumpkin now.
Yes.
Yeah, I am, yo.
And this is Mr. Throwback Thursday. So we taking you back.
Wow. All right, go ahead with the introduction.
As the man said, the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast is proud and humbled to bring you legendary one half of UMC's New York Oil, NY Oil, also known as Kool Kim. Fly Guy Kool Kim joining us this morning. Welcome, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. And sorry we threw you back into the Charlie Brown days.
Bill, that was ruthless, yo. You know what I'm saying? My whole childhood flashed in front of me when I heard that.
Yep.
Yo, I felt like I had busted my shin when I heard that because I scraped my knee from my skateboard just now. I'm like,
Hell
you're expecting to hear the Dolly Madison ice cream commercials now.
Oh my goodness. Now, you know what I'm waiting to hear now? I'm waiting to hear, like, as your body gets bigger, your mind goes stronger. Because now it's power. It's Schoolhouse Rocky. It's
Schoolhouse Rock.
From your favorite Schoolhouse Rock. I'm like, yo,
that might be
coming next, yo.
That's got to be, you know what? That's got to be the next Kool Kim project, Dan.
Schoolhouse Rock remix?
Schoolhouse Rock remix.
Yeah, I know. I thought about it too. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I did give it some thought.
That is what the world needs right now.
Depending on how my career rock goes, I had something like that planned.
I'll tell you right now.
And we'll play it here.
I could get on some Conjunction Junction if it's brought to us by Kool Kim.
Yeah.
Break out his adjectives and it's all on there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guarantee you, though, he knows the difference.
In order to form a more perfect hip hop, establish lyrics and show domestic.
He hasn't thought about this at all. No.
The first one you can do is a differentiation between similes and metaphors, and then you can send it to King Shamik because he had a song called "My Metaphors" and filled the whole song with similes.
Yeah, the whole thing was similes.
Damn.
But
he's gonna sign off this interview and be like, "What the fuck did I get up early on a Sunday morning?"
They're gonna give me the beef with King Shamik.
No, we love Shamik. Shamik was one of our first.
And now you're gonna be mad at me like I was there. No, you was there.
You didn't correct him,
bro.
You didn't correct him.
I was just standing there eating my soup.
See, you give him behind the scenes stuff, man.
I just was trying to enjoy myself, Hey, everybody that's watching it real quick, let me just let y'all know I got a little bit of a cold. I'm fresh off the road, and I'm not sure if being on the road had anything to do with me getting a cold, but being that I have a cold, I'm going to blame it on being on the road.
That works.
So my face is puffy and it wants to explode. You know what I'm saying? And my mind is aching and it wants to erode. Those are all the words I can think to rhyme real quick.
That's all that's up top right now.
You know what?
That's what's happening right now.
That's
what's going on, yo.
Here we go.
You want to know a quick factoid? Here's a quick fun factoid.
Okay.
It goes like this. When the first album of UMC's, Fruits of Nature, the entire album I have a cold.
Really?
Yeah, so if you hear me rhyme, I'm very nasally sounding.
I
Now
just
back to the
attributed that
nest
to
at
being
the
young.
foot of the tree. One for the hype MC, the Kool and
Kool
me,
and
the
me,
Kim.
the Kim.
It's nasally because I had a cold at the time. That's why a lot of people love that album, but me, that's not my favorite album. It really isn't. I prefer the second album over the first album.
The second album is a completely different mood. It depends on what mood I'm in, which one I'm going to listen to.
The second album, the reason that the second album is hard for people to engage is because everybody is functioning under the narrative provided to them by the Source and Double XL and Vibe, which is that, oh, they switched up styles and you know. But if you just listen to the album, like you go to YouTube, you could pull it up, right? And just be like, yo, I want to listen to a hip. I'm just going to listen to some rhymes and beats. That album is amazing.
It is.
It's an amazing album. Lyrically, production-wise, it's off the wall. But what it was is that, and what I always felt was unfair about that, and I'm going to say this, is that people like hated us for switching up our style, right? At the same time, the RZA and aka Prince Rakeem, his first song was "Oh, we love you, Rakeem."
Yeah,
thank you. Oh, we love you, Rakeem. I love you too. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And
definitely non-woo.
the Jizz's first single, The Genius, was "Girl, Come Do Me." Baby, 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 girl.
Sounds like a Keith Sweat record.
Come do me. I'm saying was on the like, come do me. But that's such a poor song. There's ever a poor song.
Yeah.
Girl, come do me. Like, yo, like, it just makes it seem like he's laying on his back with his legs up when he's saying that. Girl,
waving.
Do me. But I'm just saying, you know,
somebody feed him
yeah,
great.
that's you know what I mean. And the thing is that everybody was cool with them switching up. In fact, they the greatest rap group of all time.
Well, I think a lot of why they get a pass is because neither one of those, well, you know, Prince, We Love You, Rakeem, never went anywhere as Prince Rakeem.
So he gets he gets a pass for failing.
He does, because you guys were much more famous for what you did.
You see how crazy that is?
Yeah.
That's some Inception shit right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some next level when you think about it. No slight to the Woo, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations for my Staten Island brothers for achieving an amazing thing, you know what I'm saying, with their career and all of that. So all of the fanboys in the comments that are like having a conniption right now. About
the Woo.
Relax. Yo. You don't have to trade in your Wu-Tang shirt. It's all right.
No.
It's all right, yo. It's all right. You know, I get it. I'm not gonna get in the way of you slobbing the knob.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Please enjoy all the knob slobbery that you intend on doing. I'm sorry if I've upset your knob slobbery and your slob knobbery, whatever. You know,
whatever it is.
That's as good as Validify that we had earlier today.
No, knob slobbery robbery. I'm not gonna rob you of your slobbery, of the knobbery.
You're out there talking hobnobbery. But you guys became famous for the Fruits of Nature, that sound, that feel.
Yeah.
RZA and Jizza failed, so we're not seen as, they already did this. And a lot of people didn't know Ooh, We Love You, Rakeem until after.
Let's keep it.
Woo was the Woo.
Let's keep it 100%. That ain't what it is.
I'm just giving reasons.
I know you give it. Let's give it a real reason. And this is one of the brilliant things about Wu-Tang that I love. You know what I'm saying? And I could tease about it and all like that because it's funny. And it's not, you know, I'm me, they, them, and they us, because we all from the same island. And again, these brothers achieved such an amazing thing, man, that you can't, you know, I can tease them because their success and their place and legacy in this game is locked. There's no space to front on them. Right. But I can tease them. And more importantly, I can tease the fans because
that's more fun.
The fans what it is, and this is a lot of hip hop artists are like fans are like this. Let's keep it a deck. What it is it's the same as when a person come home from jail and they start telling prison stories, and everybody crowds around in a circle like it's a fireplace or something.
Yep.
Listen to the tales of prison survival. You know, people have a very bizarre attraction to tales of horror and difficulty and ghetto trials and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's very compelling to a lot of people because a lot of people, and I'm gonna put it bluntly, could have never survived it.
No.
So to hear it
Yeah, it's
is
a lot.
phantasmagorical for people. You know,
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
it's
A
like
lot of
watching a
a lot
movie.
of that. A lot of that. There, but for the grace of God, go I kind of
Yeah.
thing.
So
Yeah.
you know, you get to live it from a distance, like
Right.
yo, you know, so you get to put on a Wu-Tang shirt and kind of affiliate yourself
Yep.
with the brand and the lifestyle, but you
Mhm.
know for yourself and in your heart, you know that you be kind of a sucker, yo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, it's
And
like
so
walking around with an
you get-
NWA shirt in the
yeah,
90s.
yeah, you get to live
Yeah.
I wasn't out there
vicariously through
gangs
them.
in
You know what I'm
Cali.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I could dig it. That's why I don't be like, you know, I never really cared too much for certain types of fans in the music because you know they become, you know, there be casuals and poses,
hmm
you know, and that's not the way. Like that takes away from the culture to me because when you get that way where you try to affiliate yourself with a brand in the space of it being fantasy
Mhm.
um or living vicariously through the brand, what you do is then you have to champion it because you try to assimilate it into your identity.
Right.
And because so many people have assimilated it into their identity, um, they are now unwilling to engage and enjoy what made hip hop so amazing and what made Wu Tang so amazing is that hip hop is this myriad cornucopia. I'm using my big words now, guys.
Yeah.
Is a cornucopia of styles and sounds and backgrounds, and it's like comic books where you know you go to a comic shop years ago and you just see all the books on the walls, all the
Mhm.
different titles and the different characters. That's what hip hop used to feel like going into a comic shop.
Yeah.
Um, but now it feels more like going into a Walmart. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where
I'm not arguing that.
everything feels very homogenized
Mhm.
and like just very cookie cutter,
Yeah.
very just a thing that they've mass produced, not a thing that's curated and well developed and just it just got a vibe of its own. You know what I mean? And I'm not even talking about the young artists. I'm talking about from my generation.
Mhm.
Like everybody, like at some point, you know, not we, but
They.
they let go of what made hip hop so amazing was that, like I said, it just was this variety that just was incomparable. Like you, even in popular music at the time, and R&B and pop, and you know, rock. You know, you didn't have that kind of variety. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there was at that point, all those musics had been kind of cookie cuttered up.
Yeah. They fell into a formula that worked for everybody else.
But hip hop for a long time, they had a hard time doing it. And then the formula they pick is just like the worst one, man.
The
To me.
dumbest. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the worst example of hip hop. So
It's-
what happens
It's actually
is
a good phrase. They dumbed down a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the lyrical content became more generic and,
Yeah.
and
All about a
and
hook.
they commercialized it.
Mhm.
ringtone rap.
They industrialized it.
Yeah.
No, it's not even ringtone rap. You know what it is? In today's thing, what we have is novelty rap.
Mhm.
It's just a novelty. You know what I mean? So you get to enjoy the novelty quality of it. It's gonna be something off the wall. You could get a laugh. It's outrageous.
Mhm.
But will those songs last 20 years from now? Will anybody be really trying to hear that? You know what I'm
They
saying?
last
Like,
20 minutes from now. It's
well, no, it's good. You know, it'll last for a little while now. I was having this debate with my daughter the other day. Shout out to my daughter Luna Ice. You know, she was submitting that Sexy Red would be around for a while because that's the new wave.
the new. Yeah.
Ratchet rap. she's not a fan of it. She's just speaking academically on it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I was like, nah, it's a novelty. I don't really see it lasting. But then I saw a clip where they announced at Morgan State University, an HBCU, that Sexy Red would be one of the performers, and the students went crazy. It was like, ah! They went crazy. And I was like, yo, that's where we at in these times. Yo.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Do you
So-
believe they got excited because of who she is and her name and her current status, or because of her musical ability? Because that's a very different, you know, a celebrity is coming here, or wow, I love her music.
People don't buy products, they buy stories.
Yeah, no.
And right now, the only reason I know who Sexy Red is over the last month is because apparently some naked pictures and shit of her were leaked. And that's what I was like, who is Sexy Red? I had never heard of her. And then I read the articles about these pictures being, and now she's the hottest thing talking. So almost makes you wonder who leaked.
Bell. Let's stop right here, King.
You're gonna get a lesson.
Let's stop right here. Because you know what, bro? I'm not gonna have you sit here on the throwback show right now and tell me that you ain't watched that video.
No, I God's honest truth. God's honest truth. I know it exists. I have not watched it.
You haven't watched it, yo?
No, I know it's out there. And
Bill,
all you gotta do is do it. All you gotta do is do it. Twitter so you can find it. No, I haven't watched it. I haven't.
Jamie.
Jay, he's known me for 20. Have I watched this video?
I would say, based on his reaction, no.
Based on his reaction,
yeah.
No, I have. No.
Based on his reaction. Wait. You're basing it on his reaction, which tells me that he has the capacity to have watched this video.
Well, of course.
Because if I had watched it,
he didn't yet.
If I had watched it,
I feel like
I have no shame.
You're willing to go to bat for him, Jamie.
I will.
Because he knows.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and he knows.
I'm on Mr. Throwback. Listen, let me just explain something to you. In this moment in time, we have now confirmed that both these gentlemen have watched this video, and they can both now confirm for us whether her coochie is pink and if her booty hole is brown. They know personally whether or not that's going on. And gentlemen, I mean, you know, if you want to call it, listen, we'll chalk it up to journalistic integrity.
Oh no, we have none of that.
There's none of that here.
Then you definitely watched it.
No,
you just like, yo, I was willing to give it to you on journalistic integrity, but now
research.
No, you just want to research, just in case Kool Kim brought it up.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna say
because I was kind of, you know.
That was
you never
be
know.
part of the conversation. No, because Jamie will tell you, I have no shame. If I had watched it, I would have been like, look, I heard this video was out. I watched it. But I didn't say that. So
I don't know.
And would that be my normal reaction, Jay?
Yeah, I would be able to tell if he had watched it and was trying to tell you he didn't.
Okay. Well,
I can pick the bullshit from him.
Yeah. No, I know. You're in cahoots, man. You guys been working together for some time now.
It's been a while, yeah.
You know how to bounce it off each other, like, yo, I didn't watch it. Oh, you seriously don't want them to know? Okay, no, he didn't watch it.
He blinked 3 times. He wants me to cover for him. I got it.
I would know, guys. I would know if he watched it. I'd know.
Yes, our research department, who is our friend John and his
wife Sarah.
They have not seen the video. Trust me.
You know what? You know what? Wait. That's Turbo Viking.
Not where I thought this was.
Let me put him back out there for you. So you can address him directly.
You know what, King? You know how people get. You know, they give unsolicited excuses,
defenses, and excuses. Yeah.
This is the manifestation of guilty conscience need no accusing. King, I didn't even know you existed to the moment you said something.
But now
this was literally was it a Streisand effect?
The Streisand effect. Wow.
You familiar with the Streisand effect?
This is not where I thought this was going to go today.
let me tell you what the Streisand effect is. Barbara Streisand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the name right?
Yes.
So apparently they were doing some sort of pictorial of the houses in California or whatever. And one of the houses they did was Barbara Streisand's. So Barbara Streisand made this big huff and fuss about the fact that she didn't want her house in this thing because she didn't want anybody to know where she lived.
I do remember reading that.
Inadvertently causing everybody there
to know where she lived.
Because she opened a big mouth and nobody even asked. She could have just kept quiet. And it would have came and went. But she had to say something, and now everybody in the world knows where she is. So now Turbo Vikings. What's his name for real?
John.
John? That booty hole brown, ain't it?
It is better to be quiet and thought of a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Yeah, remove all doubt, right.
So anyway, let's stop talking about Sexy Red's booty hole and start talking about.
I mean, it's good news. It's good. Hey, listen, it's a good show.
Yeah.
It's real. It's topical, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is probably the most exciting show you've done in years. You'd be like, yo, man, this thing blew up, man. It's been half an hour talking about a booty hole, man.
We have to put it in the.
I don't want to hear anything about a booty hole blowing up because then that's just a mess.
That's called prolapsing.
I know.
That's Amy Brooks status right there.
We'll put it in the tags for the show. Kool Kim, Wu-Tang News, Sexy Red's booty hole. We're gonna get people to watch.
Prolapse. You know what I'm saying?
Prolapsed rectum.
Like, yo.
All right, look.
Man.
I feel like I'm at work. I do this for a living Monday through Friday.
But this is Thursday, right? All right.
This is Thursday, yes. So Thursday. I guess it is proper topic of conversation.
It is.
Yes.
Is it true that you, Haas, and like half of the Wu all worked at the Statue of Liberty together?
Myself, Haas, Meth, You God, and I believe maybe one more of them worked at Statue of Liberty. Yeah, and me and Meth go far as back as fourth grade, fourth grade. We were in the in fact, he's my best friend from the fourth grade.
Nice.
he actually admits to that in the interview that he did.
Bill doesn't often admit that he's my best friend from high school, but so that's a big deal.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying? We used to play saxophone together.
You performed my wedding ceremony. Why would I not admit you're my best friend?
He performed at the wedding ceremony?
I officiated his wedding.
He officiated my wedding 20 years ago.
Wait a minute, you were
he was the minister.
You were the minister? Yeah.
I was.
Mm-hmm. Still is.
And they're still married. One of my best success stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Then Minister Jamie, please excuse me for talking about booty holes so long. If I had realized that,
it's too late. It's too late.
Right. You should have put on your habit or something like that. I would have knew better.
That's all right. Maybe it was just booty holy.
The show with my collar on my t-shirt. Maybe it's a heavenly booty hole. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. No, listen, seriously though. Me and Meth, man, me and him go way back, man. That's my man and stuff like that. You know, it's almost bizarre that he and I have never done a song together. Because that's like that's my peoples and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? He still call me from my young person name. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I don't call him Clifford, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying? But sometimes I call him Shaquan, which is his righteous name when he was coming up. When he first was rhyming, he was going by Shaquan.
Mm-hmm.
Every song he did sound like this. He had one song that was called Shaquan. And they go like this. Shaquan, 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 Shaquan. Shaquan, I went to the house. I seen this little sassy. Her name, they go like that, right?
Yeah.
Based on the success of that one, he came up with this other really dope song. It was called My House. You know what I'm saying? And it was like when because you had to have a girl rhyme when you mess with the girls.
Right.
And that went something like this. My house, my house, my house, my house, my house, my house.
I'm sensing a formula.
From there, he came up with another joint that was, this was rocking the streets big time. The tapes was on fire for this. It was called My Couch. And can you guess how it went?
Let's see if I can go. My couch. My couch.
My couch. My couch. My couch.
Come on, son.
But let me tell you.
See, then you need somebody in the back just going sofa.
Yeah, I know, right?
Could have been your part,
Let me tell you.
Missed opportunity.
Meth and Capadonna, but at the time he was under the name OG. They were the heir apparents. Like they were the ones that everybody thought would come out from Staten Island first. You know what I'm saying? And then my man's Coke, that was dope. He was from my part of town on Staten Island. They thought the three of them would be the ones that would be the first to come out. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm being honest, which I'm always am, you know what I'm saying? Even when I'm lying, I'm being honest, you know. I think that played a part in why you never really hear Wu-Tang ever acknowledge UMC's really heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because it was almost like, you know, it was like kind of, I don't know, like it just I think it kind of let people down that we was the first when everybody thought that they would be the first.
When they were, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't realize how hard me and Haas was working behind the scenes. Like, you know, and it's funny because, you know, that's a problem with hip hop, I think. You have this tendency where if it ain't the guy you want, you're gonna reject it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I have a new single called "Don't Talk No More." We'll get into that later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But just to put the cart, just to put the cart before the horse for a moment. You know, I have this new single out produced by my brother Mark Payne called "Don't Talk No More," and it's doing really well. Most added on college radio, right? Top 3 most added songs on college radio.
Nice.
You know, it's starting to chart. On college radio, you know, which is amazing. It's getting picked up by great DJs, you know what I'm saying? Including DJ Epps, DJ Shakim, you know, I'm you know, I'm trying to go from the top of my head. Like, of course, I'm forgetting everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Sinister's picking it up. You know, it's gonna be premiering on Rock the Bells Radio, on Beat Miners Radio. It's coming Saturday. So, you know, we're really excited about all of that, man. We're really doing well. And it's a great opportunity for us to set the tone for a couple of things. But before I get into that, you know, as we'll touch base on a little later, what I'm getting at is that everybody should be rooting for me to win. The reason being is because I'm setting up the success model by which all the other artists can follow. Because I'm a kind of an underdog, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a cat that was in a, you know, we were #1 legendary group for them that know, but not everybody knew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We weren't the biggest group out there, but we were big and we were beloved. But not everybody knows UMCs. Not everybody knows Blue Cheese and When the Growing.
Right.
So I'm not only am I in a group that isn't always spoken about, you know, off the head, but also I'm one half of that group. And it's one thing to be a soloist and come back after a time. It's another matter entirely to be a part of a group and then come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not like Busta did early in his career.
Right. Where you saw the separation.
Yeah. You know, where you could be like, I seen it coming, blah, blah. Nah, it's, you know, it's 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. You sure about that, fella? You know what I'm saying? You sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? You know
But
what I mean?
that to me speaks to the confidence that you must have for the fact that, yes, I was one half of this legendary group. And by the way, that song is a banger. We played it last week and it was fantastic.
I saw you guys, yo. You guys were doing a great job of bopping your heads completely off beat. It was the most offensive.
let me tell you about that.
And I saw
because I have the music playing live on my end, right? So I'm on, and then Bill gets like a slight delay of the music coming to him.
Yeah, it looked like it looked like a seesaw effect thing going on. You were going when you was forward, Bill was going back, and I was like, "Come on, let's speak up."
No,
syncopation.
Hopefully that won't happen now. I've got a better hookup, and I've got a better.
It's the audio delay.
Knock on wood, it's a better stream because
I got scared for one of y'all. I was like, "Yo, somebody's bopping to the music, and somebody's having
a 1 and 3.
Somebody's going through like a
I am not on
Tourette's
a
thing,
1
you know?
and 3. Friends don't let friends clap on a 1 and 3.
He was on the 1 and 7. He was doing something abstract. I was like,
I was on 1.5 and pi. I have no idea where the fuck I was.
I was like, bro, where is this? What is this, yo? Like, what's going on here? What is this? How dare you? You know,
No,
like,
no,
this is my new
unfortunately.
single, bro. Like, come on, get it
What are you
together.
doing?
Like, this is my first shot. Come on, guys.
Well, see, I was to the music and Bill was to the lyrics. That's what it was.
No, I was at the
Yeah.
No, but
I was at
love-
the
I love the
discretion
clip,
of
man.
the stream. But the song and like I said, if you're half of a group from 30 years ago, and then all of a sudden you separate yourself and you come out and say, look, the group itself was fantastic, but the reason why the group was fantastic is because
I was in it.
It's
Yeah,
like a
of the
Let's
parts.
get to it.
you know,
Let's get to it, Bill.
it was a Reese's cup, you know,
Say
two
it.
great tastes, they taste great together.
You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
now you're gonna get the chocolate. The peanut butter might not be here, but you could goddamn well enjoy the chocolate too
Yep.
Come on.
on its own. So
Yeah, and that's what's happening. You know what I mean? Well, you know,
Bill compares
what it is.
UMCs to a peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I'm gonna just go with it, bro. I was gonna just go with it, man. You
At
know,
least he didn't
sometimes-
compare you to Sexy Red's booty hole, so you're all right.
Yeah.
I can bring it back to you too. Come on.
We got into this chocolate riff. I was like, the chocolate riff. What? Chocolate? Where we going here, King?
No, because two things that taste great, but are
Well,
also
let's get
taste
worse.
great.
No, let's
on
get
their own,
worse.
too.
It's got,
Yep.
You're digging the hole, bro. I just needed to stop, yo.
Yep.
It's getting real crazy right now. Let's just move on from that. No, but you know, seriously though, that was a little weird. But seriously though, that was seriously weird.
Don't talk no more. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk anymore, yo.
Isn't there a song that says that?
Forget the single. Let's just,
Yeah.
let's just not talk.
Listen to what I told you in the single.
yeah. Let's just tap in there.
That's my way of promoting his single.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a hell of a way, yo.
Yeah,
The record
yeah,
sales
yeah.
dropped just now. People return the song. From the
No, now
the
they have a
icky
reason to
cringe
listen
feeling
to
they got
it.
after listening to that exchange.
No,
Like,
now they
I
have a
just
reason to
enjoy the
listen.
chocolate. Like, what the hell? What in the Pornhub is this, yo? Like, sorry, Minister Jamie. You know what I'm saying? Nah, listen. Let me tell you, guys, y'all cats is too much, man. I have a cold right now, gentlemen. You see that? This is
Can't make
too
him
much
laugh.
singing
He's gonna
is gonna be
choke.
it's supposed to be a much more monotone interview right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to enjoy the sniffles and all of that. Look what
We
you guys got me
evoke
doing right now.
emotion. That's what we do.
Clearly. Evoke something, yo. I don't know.
And we
I don't know if I
promote
agree with it. If I think it's right, it's wrong, it's good, bad, indifferent. I just know
I'll tell you
something's
what.
being invoked.
It's
As long as you
unlike-
have a good time at the end
it's
of the day, it
unlike
doesn't matter.
unlike any interview you've probably ever done before. So
Yeah, you know. I mean, I would assume likewise because you know.
We
Oh,
like
no,
to make
pretty
you
much
remember
every-
us.
pretty much every one of ours goes off the rails like
Well, okay. Well, that goes me feeling special today. In any event,
It's the first talk of booty hole on our show, though. So
yeah. Well,
There you go.
Got to have some money, but there got to be some milestone here.
it is.
No, but so with Don't Talk No More, right? You know, we got this thing going. It's doing well. It's doing great. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I have a bunch of other singles waiting in the queue that are amazing. Like really, you know what I mean? Like really, really amazing. Okay.
So is this like a
And,
feeler to see how people would respond to you coming back?
Nah, it's a song. It's a good record.
It is. It's a very good record. You know,
You know what I'm saying?
and I'm
It's meant to
happy
be a good
for
record.
you.
Thank you, man. Because it's one. Can you imagine? Like I send you a whack record, but I'm a good guy. So it's like people like me as a person because I'm a pretty cool dude, and I like to have fun. Those that actually know me, you know what I'm saying? I send you a whack record, and you're like, "Dad, go on, Kool Kim." Like I was hoping it was. I was really rooting for you, brother, but this
I
is
like you, but
burger. You know what I'm saying? This sucks, yo. This isn't peanut butter nor is it chocolate.
That has happened
This
to
is
us.
horseradish.
We've gotten records that we listen to,
Oh,
and we're like, oh, we really want to, and then we gave it a listen, and we're like, that ain't it.
The second record that's coming that we were gonna put out in mid-November, that's much better than Don't Talk No More.
Damn.
You heard?
Well,
But
that's high praise.
We
Don't
made
Talk
it.
No More is good.
Well, we made it after Don't Talk No More. We have other records that was supposed to come, but based on the conversations that I have on my live stream, which I do on Instagram Live every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Not on Thursdays because that's
our day.
the throwback Thursday show. You know what I'm saying? So don't do those on Thursdays. I would never encroach on you guys' block.
We appreciate that.
Work, you know what I'm saying? But I do a morning show from 9 to about 10, and I head out to the gym. But I'm always talking about getting fired up. So that's the allusion to what's to come. You know what I mean? My literary allusion.
Yes.
To what is about to unleash. But as I'm alluding to. So what I want to say though is to the actual point, minus the 749 sidebars that we're gonna be linked to. I am winning with this single right now, and I am in the process of developing a success model that other people can follow. Because I'm an underdog, because I'm an unlikely Lester in this situation, that I am able to do what I'm able to do because of my lifestyle, and just my talent base, which a lot of people, kind of limited me to the UMC thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people weren't too familiar with the fact that I'm NY Oil,
right?
And then like understood that this dude was able to turn himself into an entirely different character, and no one even knew it was him. So clearly, this dude has a range, But all that notwithstanding, but some people know. So I think that's another reason.
All that.
Yeah, I got caught. Wow, that was wow. I couldn't escape that one. No, but
we were gonna blame that on the stream, and
that was clearly a glitch.
Glitch in the Matrix. The new single from Kool Kim, Glitch in the Matrix. I'm going la 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 la.
That was Linda Lyle's fault somehow. You know what I'm saying? Because she came on and said "Morning, fellas," and
then that's it. Mess everything up.
Her last name got all these look like L's in it, so I was trying to enunciate that. But what it is? Let me just get another here. Look at the 500 more soundbars. Right?
This is the greatest interview we've ever done.
All I want to say is, you should support me because if I win to the extent, if I can do something amazing, if I can get this record on commercial radio and it gets some traction. One as an independent MC, one is a mature MC. You know what I mean? One is an underdog. It's possible for everybody, man. It's going to be a real rally call to the rest of the hip hop community to jump on it. So to my hip hop friends, and the fans of the culture, don't be of a mind that, it's not you or it's not your man's. And so, because it's not your man's that Nas didn't do it, or, or Jay-Z didn't do it, or, whoever that you look to and you expect them to be the one to always come through in the clinch. It's not about that. Right now, it's about hip hop winning. And if I win, hip hop wins. All of us. Like, this is one of them scenarios where a rising tide lifts all boats.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I just, that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll that's pretty much what I can tell you on that. So go buy my single. But we'll talk about more of that in a minute, because I've got some issues that I need to run by y'all. I need y'all. I got some questions for y'all. Matter of fact, let's get right to it, man. I'm taking over this interview. All right. Welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday. It's your friendly neighborhood fly guy, Kool Kim. I'm going to be your host. Jamie, Bill, I got a question for you guys. This is something that's been troubling me.
Okay.
I'm in the process of shooting a video for the single. Okay. I flew out to Las Vegas to shoot some scenes. I shot some scenes in San Francisco. I'm in San Francisco and in the Bay Area, Northern California area. Had some nice outfits I was wearing. Here's the question. What does a 52-year-old MC dress like?
Okay, so I'm 51. I will be 52 in December.
Okay.
My dress, again, not an MC, but I talk to them.
No, yeah, mine, that's close enough, I guess.
Yeah, that's as close as I can get. I listen to them and I talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
This time of year, you're just getting into hoodies and jeans, t-shirts and jeans. I don't think
that you think, King. Let me ask you a question. At some point, so we ain't got nothing else but hoodies and jeans, Tim's.
No, but if I'm
like, don't that like
if I'm performing something, I need to be comfortable. I'm not going to come out in a suit.
Jeans to perform is not. If you're gonna be honest about it,
I think it's an open-ended question. I think you wear whatever it is that
whatever works for you, but
that conveys the message of what you're trying to say in your music. If you want to talk about high society stuff, you throw on a button up or a polo.
I guess that's true. But I think that has been the quandary. How do I present myself? You know what I'm saying? So when I look age appropriate,
present yourself as yourself. I mean,
I am myself, but I'm saying if I present myself as myself, I'd be wearing a t-shirt with no bottoms on, and a pair of Crocs.
Winnie the Pooh in it.
Yeah, I'd definitely be. You know what I'm saying?
or Donald Duck. What?
Yeah.
Always amazed me how they always wore shirts and never wore any pants in those things.
You know what I'm saying? Easy access, baby. You heard?
Yeah.
The catch is ready for business at all times.
You be like the Jizza.
I'll be Come
do me.
You know what I'm saying? You ready? Gosh.
MC No Drawers.
That's what we call full circle right there.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? No, but I mean seriously though, you know, I'm almost at that age where them nylon sweatsuits are starting to look appealing. Like you get your old time black dude wear nylon sweatsuits and church shoes. So
Sansa slacks.
You think you can't pull it off? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm pretty sure I can't, man. You know what I'm saying? I lack the bravery. That's
that's fair. I get that.
I don't have it in me. But I wanted to make have a look that I could put together that I thought was age appropriate, but also flowed with, kept it hip hop, but still, prepared. We got to, this is hat with long button up over baggy slacks, lots of color. Hat with long button up over baggy slacks, lots of color. Linda, that sounds like the absolute worst possible outfit.
Like 1988.
That sounds like Linda.
Why does that sound like what Jeff used to wear on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Hat with
right
long
before he got thrown out the door
over baggy slacks, lots of color. Like you're
in Breaking 2. Get all fluorescence.
That's how like a Filipino cab driver wears that outfit.
Hey, when you put out your album Baggy Slacks, that's your cover art right there.
There it is.
And people remember it.
In front of a Mazda. Like, I'm going hard. But no, Linda. Listen, Linda. No, I'm not doing that, y'all. If I do it, I'm gonna be like, this video is dedicated to Linda.
Now you just need to have like one scene.
I wear my hat with my little shirt, with my button-down shirt, and my baggy slacks. Lots of color. Yeah, y'all. Lots of color. Lots of color. Yeah, y'all.
Like a Method Man song now.
New hat. My hat.
My
slacks. My slacks.
My shirt. My shirt. I'm whack. I'm whack.
Lots of color. It don't match. What we doing? That's how like the old school dudes like right? I'm never. I swear to God, if we ever get to meet and you be like, oh God, I'll be like, do not even come close to none of my clothes. I'm gonna give you a handshake from a distance so you don't infect me with that outfit, Linda. I'm not gonna forget you for this, yo.
So you need to wear your overalls with one strap off.
Yeah, I'd rather go that way. You know what I'm saying? Shirtless.
Hell, go to crisscross route. Start wearing your shit backwards.
He said my follow-up single could be monochromatic. Yeah, I'm going with it, yo. That's the new look right now. They saying it's the new look. Monochromatic, just varying colors of blue. You know what I'm saying? Light blue, sky blue, light blue, baby blue. But all of them would be like it'd be in the hat.
Yep.
A button-down
Long
shirt.
button down.
Some
and some
baggy
baggy
slacks.
blue slacks.
and workman boots.
Yeah.
Not Timberlands, just
No.
workman boots.
No.
Like steel toe joints. The joints you can get out of
Excuse
Walmart,
Craftsman
Kmart.
boots.
Safety shoes. Yeah.
Straight up, steel toe joints. Land a girdle on them, they still good to go.
Yep. Look, I still got some of them from the Navy.
I know that's
I don't wear them, but I got them.
Let's go Navy. Let's go Navy. All right.
All right. So you're talking about
What was, your,
supporting
what,
music.
what was your MOS?
I was boast mate.
What? Yo, that's crazy.
20 years.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, you will never guess what I'm about to tell you right now.
I can guarantee you I will not.
I'm gonna get. I have no idea what that means, but I do
I 100% knew that.
I do know what an MOS is.
Yes.
Right, and because my daughter was Navy, so shouts to you and shouts to the Navy. But you went a little above, you both went above my pay grade with that one.
That's all right. I'm the guy who drives the boat, ties the boat up, refuels the boat, does all that stuff.
And cleans,
drive the
cleans
boat,
the bird
you
shit
tie the
off the
boat.
side of it, right?
Yeah, anything having to do with the ship's movement, whether it be tying it up to the pier, letting it get underway, dropping anchor, refuel, all that was what I did.
But you said you drive it as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't the captain drive it?
No.
Really?
Yeah. So stupid side angle here. The captain is very rarely on the bridge.
Wait. Could somebody in the comment section please keep a tally of the sidebars that we are?
Nobody in here can count that high.
That's why
our listeners do not have math like that.
If you ever do a retelecast of this, right? You should just have somebody every time we sidebar, just a little sidebar.
When I do the QA, I'll keep it
sidebar.
I'll keep a count when I do the quality.
Yeah, the captain is very rarely even on the bridge.
What?
Yeah, there is an officer of the deck, and it's like it rotates every 4 hours who it is. An officer of the deck who gives the commands, a conning officer who repeats the commands,
yes,
and then my guys who adhere to the commands, steer or change the speed or pass a word or whatever.
That's an amazing thing how, it's an amazing thing that the person that is in charge and probably knows everything about the ship in theory does the absolute least on the ship.
Yes.
Ain't that crazy?
Because he has to be everywhere and know everything. So he can't sit in one position and say, okay, I need to look out the window right now with you guys. I need to be down in the engineering plant to make sure that they're not blowing us up.
So that's pretty much the function of the brain. Because, the brain is doing everything, but it never does anything.
Right.
It gets served stuff, you know what I'm saying? But information.
Yeah, it processes. Yeah.
And it processes the information. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Wow, what an interesting bit of trivia that was.
Of useless information, yeah.
That's the brain. And you were the hands.
Yes.
It's useful because, all right, so I'm putting this single out independently. All right. Now, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. Let me start at that. That's the premise of what I'm getting at now. When the student is ready, the teacher will come. So, meaning to say that when you're ready to learn, you'll learn from just about anything that exists. All of a sudden, you will find a lesson in things that you may have just, maybe seem like very mundane things to other people. But all right, so I'm releasing the single "Don't Talk No More," produced by my man Mark Payne. It's available now on both my website, KoolKimUMC.com, which you guys did not realize when y'all saying it in the other day. I just want to correct that real fast. You can online, and it is also now streaming on all platforms. So by all means, definitely use it in some reels or some TikToks or or whatever else is that you guys could use and put it on your playlist. Please do that. I'm doing it independently. And so, one of the reasons why I think it's so important that people support this endeavor, and I'm going back to that refrain, is because I am also pioneering, if you want to say that, because there's a lot of independent artists that have done this before. But, the fact is that doing this record and then from a perspective of somebody that was signed to a label, which most of your favorite artists are, every one of your top 5 for the most part, had a record label with millions of dollars and a humongous staff.
A
You know what I'm
promotion
saying?
machine.
Yeah, so like if you go from state to state, there's somebody that is going to meet you at the airport and bring you to all the record stores. That's a sales rep.
Right.
You got somebody in that same state that they work radio. I mean, they know all the DJs, from the club DJs to the college stations to the FM commercial stations.
Mhm.
They even the AM stations. They know all these cats and they keep up with it. And so you got a cat that from region to region does this. So now we live in 2023, going on 24, and you're asking these artists that have never done this field of work to not only do that part, then to effectively navigate those seats that were occupied by people that did those one things, like radio rep,
Right.
did that one job as a career. Like he was getting paid to just do that.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, you're putting out music, you got to do all of the things that you're doing as an artist. Like the amount of stuff that I've done so far is mind-boggling, fellas. Like, allow me a moment of seriousness in the midst of all our levity. Is that, bro? Yo, I mean, just from copyrighting the song, getting the ISRCs, ISRC codes, yeah, the UPC codes, you know what I mean, getting it registered with the Harry Fox agency and getting it listed on Mediabase, and any number of other things that I did just to have the record ready to put on a TuneCore at some point, building a web page, putting together the graphics for the art, work on my merchandise. Speaking of which, you can get you a dope Kool Kim hoodie at coolkimumc.com.
Now you tell me to get more hoodies? You just talking shit about me wearing hoodies.
Shameless plug, but go get some merch.
Wear them over baggy slacks.
Yeah, long as it's over.
And just so you know, you can get a Mr. Throwback Thursday t-shirt at MrThrowbackThursday.com.
That's right, guys. And any size. You heard? Plus sizes.
Yeah.
Small sizes.
Look, I am a plus size. I don't discriminate.
I was not gonna put you on blast like
you
that.
don't need to. I got it.
It was just inferred, but it was not. I wasn't.
It may have been implied, but it was not directly stated.
But I mean, then there's that. Then there's putting together advertisements that I've been doing. Then working the radio, doing the radio interviews. And then that doesn't even include stuff like I got to go to the gym every day, except for Saturdays and Sundays, because I have to work out so that when I get on stage, I'm fit for stage, so I can get these words out without having a background track, because you can't get them all out because you didn't sit all right. So, one of the reasons why the people ask me why do I tone it down on my songs, and I go real hard on my 1 minute takedowns, which is something I do on Instagram, these 1 minute takedowns. And the reason why I do that is because in the 1 minute takedowns, I'm sitting in my chair. I could do, I could get into this whole, I could go all into that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're on stage and you're trying to do these complex, deep runs, you're either gonna have to stand still, or you're gonna see somebody that can pop in there with you seamlessly.
Mm-hmm.
So, you gotta kind of space it out a little bit on your songs so that it's manageable. You know what I'm saying? And yes, sir. There you go. That's the website right there. So all of this work, and what's beautiful about it is that the universe has put me in a position to have to do all of it. You heard?
Yeah.
So I'm becoming an adept at many of these things. But at some point, point being when I start making some money, right? Should that day come? No, I'm actually doing pretty good with this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm doing actually surprisingly, very surprisingly, and because I hope that I had hoped to get some sort of success, some notoriety, some get buzz sort of success. Um, but in this situation, I'm actually like really getting like I'm like blown away at the outpouring and support that I'm getting for it. Not only just commercially in terms of my support group purchasing the project and the merch and all of that, but the support I'm getting from the DJs, man, has been humbling. You know what I'm saying? And from podcasts and vlogs like Mr. Throwback Thursday, not to be facetious and I'm not being funny, but to get the support from fellas like y'all, man, you know what I'm saying, who have strong listeners and have a platform where discussing the music and its value is a part of part of the show.
Yeah.
And so, having support like you guys has been just absolutely amazing, heartwarming, and also encouraging. You know what I mean? Inspiring even. And so, but to the original point, which was that somebody's the brain and they not doing a lot, but they do that, but everything is serving them in because they perform the function of managing everything that's happening. All these experiences, laborious as they may be, are providing me with the skill sets that are required to be able to delegate and man the ship and captain the ship to great, to clearer waters, man. Some calmer waters. So, yeah, man, that's just ill. Like, something that is a sidebar conversation has a lot of relevance into my core issue,
right?
And the things that I'm doing, man. So yeah, that's what's up with that.
The last thing I bought from you, and it's gonna bug me that I can't remember the name of it because I don't even know where I have it now. It's around here somewhere. There's a cassette.
For demo music.
Demo music, yes.
Yo, that was,
I have that here.
If there was ever a point in my life where I felt like the man was trying to hold me back, demo music was it, because right when that came out, I started to get some traction. And pandemic eclipsed it. I was like, the man got me. Shut down the whole world to keep me from doing my thing. Golly. That's enough to make you depressed, fellas. I was like, yo. But I think everything for a season and reason, because that little pandemic or plandemic, however you want
to look at it.
Yeah, right. I think that it helped to spawn a whole new generation of stars that weren't stars before, or people that were known, but the pandemic, that sort of vacuum that the pandemic created, where people had been going about traditional means of entertaining and really hadn't engaged new media, or they were running off the strength of the traditional means of entertainment to build up their base. But then when things shifted over to really being like, yo, everything is viral,
nobody leaves the house, nobody.
Yeah. That it gave a lot of artists and, just content creators as a umbrella statement, an opportunity to showcase, how dope they were. And like, I'm multi-talented. I could do all these things. And really made a lane for a bunch of people that heretofore weren't getting the opportunities because they weren't getting it in the traditional senses.
Right. D Nice.
Old quote. Just when you think you have all the answers, life changes the questions. That pandemic changed a lot of the questions for a lot of people. And there was no other way for people to get their stuff out. They had to almost invent new ways to do it.
Right.
And because of that, we got things like verses. We never would have had the verses, I don't think, if it wasn't for the pandemic.
I doubt that very seriously. I doubt you would have seen that. I mean, and as you were alluding to, Jamie, D Nice with Club CQ.
Yeah.
And now Club CQ lends to another discussion about the fact that the very ignored demographic of the adult hip hopper,
the people with the disposable income.
Yes. And it's like, why hasn't, you hear all these industry gurus talking, and yet none of them have had the wherewithal or the sensibility to realize and enterprise on the fact that you have this very robust demographic that is a part of the inception of the music, and you're not serving this thing. But it kind of goes back to the beginning of our conversation. Well, I don't know if we were talking about it on air or not, but discussing the fact that you know I forgot what I was gonna say,
All right.
and that's just that. We're just gonna leave that there.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna move it right along.
There's an amazing demographic that people are not accessing.
I think we were
And that we
talking about
need-
it off air. We were probably talking about how, we don't want to see because we were talking about the Lauryn Hill thing starting late.
Boom. Yes, that's why we were talking about it. So what happens is like, so all right, check it out. I went to Oakland, California
Mhm.
to perform for the Conscious Daughter's 30th anniversary. And it was a day party. Now, Oakland, apparently they got a lot of this stuff as day parties because they have ordinances
Mhm.
for playing loud music after a certain amount of time. in
Right.
a
What I was
residential area.
talking to you about, because he's got tickets for a show coming out where it says, doors open at X time. Performer
Yeah.
goes on at X time. Everybody's
Shut
out
down,
at
out.
X
Yeah.
time because I guess there's ordinances in
Yeah.
the town.
Got to roll
Yeah.
out. And so, but the thing about that is it's a good thing because it's rough right now for me. Sometimes it's not rough in the way of like I can't do it because I'm gonna do it because I love it and I'm thankful to have the opportunity. But I'm not gonna lie that it does incur some serious wear and tear. Being up at 12, 1, 2 o'clock at night doing radio shows and
Yeah.
interviews because that's what time they rocking generally. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of times when I'm like, I got the alarm going. I'm struggling, fellas. Bro, I'm over
That's-
here like,
That's why we record on Sunday mornings.
Mhm.
I'm like, please, just play the record. I'll call you tomorrow morning. I don't want to do this. I just want to write raps.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a shut that show Bill's talking about it's a shutdown at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, man.
And I got to drive an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah, so that means like you can still get home in time, get some proper rest, get up
Yeah.
for work in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And shows start around, they got a show, doors open at 5, show starts at 6. Everything wrapped up by 8, 9. Like, you got time to go home and engage your home
With your
life
family.
for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eat
Mhm.
something, sit
Mhm.
down and binge watch something and let your TV rock you to sleep.
Yep.
Like, that's the life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But what you have is a bunch of people that are not business people, they just industry people. So they don't really have a business acumen to be able to read the signs of, where the demographic is going.
And they
How to
don't
best
care
serve
about
it.
how
Either-
the demographic is going to react as long as they're going to pay.
Either that or they have too much of a business acumen and no common sense.
Mhm.
Right. That's that ivory tower syndrome, man. When you're in the ivory tower, you're way up there. You don't what's going on don't reach you fast enough for you to
Mhm.
know what you should and shouldn't be doing, and so that's difficult.
Mhm.
I got a something I heard along the way. Probably like 20 years ago, I heard it, but Bill and I grew up listening to Chuck Chillin' on Fridays and Red Alert on Saturdays. I heard that Red wouldn't play your first single. Is that true?
My understanding was that he didn't want to play the first single that we came out with, which was the first single that came out was called "Invaders in My Fruit Basket." It was on a compilation record called Rough Luxury Orchestra. Yeah. And the way the word got back to us was that he didn't want to play it because it would have competed with De La Soul. And so since he was all in with De La Soul, he
With,
would play it. And he didn't want to support Blue Cheese either, so he didn't like that song either. But he did like When the Growing, so he was willing to play that. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm not upset about it like that.
Right. No,
If I'm looking at it
it's just
academically,
one of those weird things I heard. I'm like,
yeah, nah, I think, but if I look at it academically, right, I say that's a good and bad thing in some circumstances. In the way of nepotism, like the part that if any of this is true,
Mhm.
I've heard from him directly that he didn't care for Blue Cheese. Straight up and down. He said it straight
Yep.
up and down to us.
And I know he was always picky about what he played, and that's why a lot of B-sides got played on his show, because he didn't like the A-side they were giving him.
And so he really liked When the Growing. And so it wasn't he had it in for the group. He just, when he had a record that he liked, he ran with it and he played that joint. So I cannot, it is what it is. If you look at it from a nepotism perspective, if that really happened, about, what I was talking about with the first single that we came out with, it's unfortunate because it limits the range of hip hop.
Right.
And who's to say what UMCs would have been had we been in the same waters with De La Soul at that time. And we might have been Native Tongues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which would have been a great thing. I think UMC is the perfect group to be a Native Tongue.
I agree.
At the same token, I was having a discussion with Ramondo over at KZSU 90.1 Sacramento. And we were talking about, he's been on the radio for 23 years. And, we were talking about how college DJs in particular, won't always play the single. They'll play something off the album.
Right. It makes them stand out.
And it's you know what it is? They end up breaking new artists or breaking artists that were like struggling in ways that, there's a story about Shaggy at the record label was absolutely not supporting him. They was like doing the bare minimum to get him up out of there. They were going to shelve his project. In fact, I heard that they did. But a Hawaiian DJ happened upon their music. I mean, his music on what was the old joint? What something wire?
LimeWire.
LimeWire. And downloaded It Wasn't Me. He downloaded a bunch of stuff, right? So one day he got around and listened to It Wasn't Me. He's like, wow, I like this tune. This is a song. This is a hit. So he played it on his station. And meanwhile, Shaggy is on a, like a label sends you out on a promo tour. He's promoing and getting whatever gigs he could get along the way. They're heading towards the West Coast. So by the time they hit Seattle and California, the lines was around the corner, because when that Hawaiian DJ played It Wasn't Me, his whole board's lit up with calls coming in like, what is that song? I love that song. Play it again. All that kind of energy. They end up having to call a label. And then all of a sudden, Shaggy was the darling at the label.
Yeah.
They knew what to do.
You're going to make us money? Yes.
Yeah. And so that's the power of a dope DJ. So, sometimes you got to put your trust in the DJs. Sometimes you can catch a bad break. But sometimes, man, when the DJs are on point, bro, they are truly the pulse of the culture when they're really game tight, man. It's just some real talk.
Okay. And I know we brought up blue cheese a lot because, it's blue cheese.
Yes.
But I have to ask, I've heard you had a vision for the video. I'm going to assume that vision did not include a dried up Slimer from Ghostbusters, whatever you want to call that thing. The puppet.
I'd like to plead the fifth on all discussions relating to that video and my involvement. I disavow any involvement or information pertaining to such video.
It's like it was two videos.
I can neither confirm nor deny any questions you may ask about this video.
It's turned into Mission Impossible. This recording will self-destruct in 5 seconds. As always, if you are killed, the secretary will disavow any knowledge of your actions.
If you continue to bring up the subject, this podcast will self-destruct. At the very least, I will fart into the microphone. So let's just move on from that subject.
Nothing to see here. Moving along. Gotcha.
Let's just say that the vision and the actuality, the execution were
on different planes.
Yes, different planes of existence. Yes,
different situations.
Gotcha.
I would just say this: my vision was a Michael Jackson-esque, I tell you this. TLC, who I think were modeled after UMCs, visually executed what I was trying to see for the video.
Gotcha.
The thing that we did was just bizarre.
But it was like 2 separate videos.
Bro.
And I believe you were wearing some very colorful shirts in that. I don't.
Yeah, I was wearing a hat, a
Lots of color
shirt,
baggy slacks.
and baggy slacks, and lots of color.
You were. I do recall.
Linda.
You didn't have a hat on though. But
And
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, one of the things, it's little things in this world, man, can put you in a box. All right. I got punched in the face in the video by a blue booger slimer thing.
I don't even know how to explain it. It was like a dried up blue slimer. That's the best thing I could think of.
I'll tell you what it is. There was this.
Is it a piece of blue cheese?
There's a cereal years ago called O's cereal. O's cereal.
Yep.
That was the character from O's cereal. That literally was him, but they just painted it blue. That's how he come to be. That's literally what it was.
Wow.
So, I can never find the original commercial with this guy in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I could make this cool piece of trivia for everybody.
Right.
But yeah, this is the thing. Captain Lou Albano came through to the video set.
Really?
And I begged him to get on the screen. I was like, man, please.
Hell yeah.
And he wouldn't do it though, because that was a money issue right there, man. He couldn't
Yeah.
around. So he ain't do it. But I was trying to get him to come on there. I tried to G him up, man. You know what I'm saying? I did my Hulk Hogan impression and the whole
He had
shit.
time for Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they was paying his ass.
Yeah.
And and plus girls just want to have fun. So
Indeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Captain Lou laid down and said, "Come do me." I don't know.
Yeah. Legs cocked back, yo. Rubber band on his face.
So, and I'm stepping all over Bill. I'm giving Bill no chance to talk here.
No. You please go ahead.
We've been listening to Don't Talk No More for a little over a week now, and when it showed up on streaming platforms, I'm like, cool, let me go over there so I can listen to it instead of just listening to my personal copy that I have.
Right.
And I stumbled. When you go to UMCs, you go to any artist. The first thing that comes up is basically anything new that the artist wants to promote. And so I stumble into this artist Focus, who I didn't know who it was. And I see that there's a UMC reunion on a song called Let's Be Clear.
What?
Where does this come from?
Wait a minute, you serious?
It's what I said. Would you like me to send you a link?
Wait, so you mean to tell me there's a song where Mia Haas is on it?
There is, which was crazy because I'm friends with both of you on Facebook.
Right.
And nobody told me that this was happening.
Wait, you didn't get the text message?
I did not. And I'm very upset about it that I found out a month later that it existed.
Wow.
So what you got to say for yourself?
Sorry.
Okay, that's fair.
Nah, that was a collab. We just jumped on the joint real quick with Home Team Focus real fast. And did that joint. It's funny because the timing is crazy because actually that came out and then another single I'm on with Daddy-O and a couple of others is out too. And I did the chorus on that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it all came out at the same time. So I'm like, I feel very fortuitous, bro, because it's like,
yeah,
it's as if like a lane is being made for me to win.
It does seem that way.
You know what I'm saying? Like
everything is aligning.
And I did my thing on that song too. So it was like,
that's
I got busy on it. I ain't going to front like I didn't. Like
you shouldn't.
you know what I'm saying? I'm trying something. Oh man, that song hard. You know what I'm saying? Oh, these cats don't know how the Lions. Oh my God, I can't even think of how it all goes. But y'all gotta play that joint. That's it. Oh yeah, you should play it. I want to hear it. whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing on that, and
Hell yeah.
so it's a good joint, you know what I'm saying? But I was focused at the time of the single being released, which it came out a little bit before my joint dropped.
Yeah.
I
Pushing
was
yours.
completely focused on
Right.
releasing my joint, and so I really didn't get to dig in too heavy on that. You know what I'm saying? Plus the album cover art he had, I was so like, ugh, I didn't like it.
It's a little strange drawing.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very. What is this thing?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I didn't want to repost it. Like I just
It's like the old cereal thing drew the picture.
yeah, the O's guy did it. The blue
We
cheese
have
mustard.
had discussions about the importance of album art, how
Yeah,
it
I
has
just was
drawn
like,
us
yo-
into things.
And I told him, I was like, yo, focus, man. You know, I that you could have called me, I'd have did it for you. Came
Yeah,
for
right.
free.
Mm-hmm.
Why you just ain't hit us? You know, and he was like, yeah, no, I'm just trying, I got this vision. And I was like, all right, I
Yep.
hope you got a vision. Too bad I ain't gonna see it because I'm not reposting that.
This
You gonna have
would
to
not
get you a
show up.
different cover.
This would not show up on Martin.
Yeah, no, you won't see
This
that.
cover would
Oh,
not be
dude.
there. No.
Nah, it wouldn't. But you know, the song is dope. The production is crazy. Focus gets busy on it. Haas and I do our thing.
Yeah.
And you know, it was good to stretch the UMC legs and let people hear us get busy that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and do what we do. But as far as me doing more UMC music, I don't know. It's doubtful for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not as interested in that, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have to be like, either the fans would have to be like really talking about something, which is not gonna happen because fans
Fans
don't be
fickle.
realizing. Yeah, it's just that they don't realize that they got a job to do in making hip hop too. Like, you know,
Yeah.
fans be too in a get served mode. It's like, nah, son, you know, y'all got the job of curating and then bigging up what's dope. Like, y'all supposed to be the word of mouth. Y'all the hip and the hop. You know, supposed
Yeah.
to know what's going on. You're supposed to act on what's going on. But if y'all ain't doing that, I'm not gonna sit there and devote no energy into a UMC project if I don't really feel like the fans is for that. Like,
Right.
that gotta make me feel like y'all with it. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't feeling like y'all with the movement, I ain't moving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's fair.
if I'm gonna fail at
It's
something, I would
wasted
rather
energy.
fail at my own stuff than
Right.
doing this other stuff that I'm not even too particularly keen on doing. So,
Right.
you know what I mean?
No, it was just nice to hear the two voices together again on a track.
Yeah. I guess you know that it's the yin and the yang of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because again, as I continue to do my thing, you'll realize that I'm a solid soloist. You know, like I can solo
No,
on my own, like without no problem. But there's something special, like Redman and Meth Man, Method Man,
Cliff, gotcha.
Cliff, yeah. Shaquan, Red and Meth are amazing soloists. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But hearing them together is special because it's not just hearing them together; it's their camaraderie is special. Like watching them together,
Mhm.
it's a special thing to bear witness to. You know, you feel good watching them together. They look like they're working together because they really want to work together.
And I
Right.
think
Because they have to.
if they overflood the market with collaborations, then it becomes less special.
Right.
I think the fact that it doesn't happen all the time is what makes it special.
Right. Now, see, Haas is not really trying to be a rapper. He wants to concentrate on being a producer.
Right.
I'm not trying to be in a group. I'm trying to be a soloist.
Right.
So if we did music together, it would be kind of disingenuous.
Mhm.
I think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I think this works so well. It's the two of you together on a track. It's not a UMC track.
right.
It's two artists who have worked together before, who feel comfortable with each other on the same track again.
Yeah, but you notice that he rhymes in between us.
I noticed that. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so it kind of adds another dynamic to it that I can't quite articulate, but I think it's a dope ass song. Like, don't
Yes,
get it.
I agree.
I'm speaking very like all right. So let me just say for anybody watching this, have watched it this long, that some people think that I'm being critical or harsh in the things that I'm saying, or I'm being like, yo, this and that. What it is I'm actually looking at things, at least from my perspective, from an academic point of view. I'm not really looking at it or even being introspective to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just kind of more musing on it and having, and thinking out loud when I do talk than I am. And what your brain thoughts is like, just them is unabridged, like they unfiltered, like you're just saying,
Right.
So it's like it's not far from that. Excuse me, I got cold. But
You should eat some
for the
soup.
15th time, I should eat some soup that I already ate before we got on, right? I need some tea. Yeah, brother, I need some tea, huh? Yeah, so I'm not like, don't get it twisted. Like, don't get my conversation like anybody watching this. I'm like hater talk. Like,
Right.
I'm not hate. I ain't on that type of time. I be proud of people for doing what they're doing, but if we don't have any space to critique or to honestly discuss and analyze and think about what we're doing, then our art form isn't an intellectual art form. Is just an emotional art form. And hip hop is a brilliant endeavor. It's a genius's endeavor. And so,
you don't need a bunch of yes men.
yeah, man. We could have an honest discussion about stuff.
Yeah.
At least we could express our thoughts and views, and you don't have to be like you crapping on somebody. Like
Right.
that's just crazy.
Okay. Like when the pandemic started,
Mm-hmm.
I saw a trailer for a documentary, UMC Staten Island Forgotten Sons.
Yeah, we'll see.
I could say, 'cause then that was it. It was gone. Nothing
Like
happened.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, good enough.
We'll see. Like we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of them things. That's this conversation. But you see what my new single is called? What's the name of my new single?
Don't talk no more.
Don't talk no more. Just do
Yep,
it, man.
do it. Yep.
Just do it. You saying? You see how I got my poster set up in the background? That
I do.
and when you see it, you only see me.
Yes. I see the Kool.
Yeah,
The
you just see the Kim, the Kool. I'm gonna say for no man, staying like Lopez, laying like Rodan. That's what you see.
Well, that's what I should be seeing. I'm not talking to anybody else.
Yo, you know what I hate? When people tag me in a post, let me put pet peeve. People tag me in a post, but they only play Haas's verse in the thing that they tag. I'm like, yo, what kind of jerk off business is that? Yo?
Yeah.
Like, yo, what are you thinking? Yo, you going, Kool Kim, yo, I'm playing your song. Not playing my verse.
No.
Play my verse, home team.
Yeah. And now you will notice anything that I've posted, I played your verse.
Good, man. That's good, man. Yo, good man. I might not have showed up, yo. I'd be like, yo, what happened? You didn't just see you didn't see the blue cheese thing here.
Slimer. That had Slimer.
Punch me in the face.
To the moon, Alice. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that in that video I get punched in the face by a Slimer, and then from then on, everybody be messing with me. I'm like, yo, man, listen, yo. I'm short, but I'm stocky, man. I'm a strong guy, yo. Get up under you, man.
And after
I got hands.
Good,
Got hands.
after it was
good, yo, the
released,
ground and pound is strong with me, man. I attack them knees, yo. You would never walk the same again.
he gets hit in the
Never walk the
video and
same
goes,
again,
my
homie."
face, my face, my face, my face.
Yeah. No, my knees. My knees. Yo, UMC's beat my knees the hell up, yo. Short dude jumped all over my kneecap, yo. Man, water in my knee now.
Oh man.
I'm here to tell you.
Man.
All right, so we're gonna have to bring it in for a landing, and I'm gonna tell you
I'm
why.
with you.
Not because I don't enjoy conversing with y'all, but the more I talk, the more snot accumulates in my nose.
And we don't need that.
And I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on, let me go get some tissue because it's getting serious. Hold on.
This is the best interview
All
we've
right.
ever done, Jay.
2:30 tissue.
I would love to see your notepad, man.
Oh, you gotta do all your editing notes?
Yeah, I write it down so I can remember the timestamp of what I need to take out. Makes it easier.
Like, at this point, this
He just said 2:30 tissue.
I heard him.
That's how it
Got no editing downstairs.
that way I don't have to sit here for 3 hours and listen to every second over again. I just know, all right, I need to take this out. I need to take this out.
No, that's my job after you cut it up.
Yes, to make sure I
listen
took
to
it all
every
out.
second after that to make sure it's all out.
Like, and make sure we take out the count part. And there's some booger on Kim's mustache.
We'll put him in
That's
solo
the
view
whole
for that
show.
while he's blowing his
Yeah,
nose.
yeah.
If we notice,
Take out-
it,
let's
we'll
take out
your
the part-
stash, your
let's take out
stash,
the
your
part-
stash, your stash.
Let's take out the part where
We go like this.
he exposes
Wow,
the fact
he's
that
blowing his nose. Look.
he exposes the fact that Bill was looking at Sexy Red's booty hole. You might want to edit that out.
Well, there's the promo clip for this week.
This week on Mr. Throwback Thursdays, booty hole Brown. Billy watched it.
I believe it has to be.
Jamie cosign.
I believe it has to be brown. That's the way you have to do that.
Who's that? Brown.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
So
Minister Jamie and Billy. Billy Brown hole. Billy booty hole. Billy Brown booty hole. Linda, are we all right over here? Because I know we're doing a lot of booty hole talk over
okay,
here. I don't
so,
wanna offend you,
so
sis.
now I've changed my hip hop name. Now it is now Billy Brown Booty Hole.
Billy B.
Billy Booty Hole Brown.
BBB.
Oh god.
3B
let's
right
bring-
there,
let's
yo.
put
Yeah.
this in for a landing.
It's like
where
3
we-
times dope, but not quite.
Well, I am a dope, so there's that.
All right. So we know we go to coolkimumc.com. We know that Don't Talk No More is on streaming platforms. Everybody should go check it out. Go spend your money with Cool Kim. Support
Yeah,
real
man.
hip hop.
Put
Where
some money
can
in my
people-
pocket so I can keep doing this.
Yeah.
For those who were not
sustainable.
aware that you do your live stream on Instagram, give your Instagram handle so people.
Yeah,
can
it's the
hit
same
up
thing you
that.
see on under my name. It's Cool Kim _NY oil. That's
There
why I
you
did
go.
that on purpose.
Mhm.
So that everybody that you could see, this would be ingrained in your head.
And that is
That's how
on
you can find
Mondays,
me.
Subliminal.
Mondays,
Mondays,
Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 p.m. generally. 9 a.m. Excuse
9
me.
a.m.
9
Yes.
p.m. is
Mhm.
out of the question. Unless y'all want to see me Winnie the Pooh in it. Then you want to watch the Donald Duck show, DuckTales.
As long as you're wearing a hat and a long button-down shirt, though,
and
it's
some
all right.
baggy slacks.
No, you can't wear the
No
baggy
baggy
slacks.
No,
slacks.
no baggy slacks at nighttime. No.
I draw the line at the baggy slacks.
A hat, a button down, and just skip straight to the church shoes. Yo, that has got to be the most worst outfit. you could ever-
That's I'm a Photoshop that as the layout for this week's show, and it's gonna
I'll, you
it's
know
gonna
what?
do me
I'll
on the
take,
top.
I'll take a shot of it like that. I'll go.
But he's gonna put my face on it.
Yeah,
That's what he
yeah,
does.
you know?
He puts my face on everything.
Yeah, and it'll say "Come do me." That's what
Come do me. The way he said it, come
it's just
do me.
creepy, man.
It's just like, ooh, come on, jizz. Oh, the jizz.
The jizz
Spelled,
genius.
spelled with
like
a J before he switched it. to
Yeah,
a
like,
G.
yo, that's crazy, yo. When you think about it enough,
that is
the Riz, like all that's like the RZA.
well, that's what the kids call it now. When you got
like,
charisma, they call it the
yeah,
Riz.
Yeah.
See, I have kids that age. I know.
Riz and the jizz. Riz. If you got some Riz, you can get to the jizz.
I guess you can.
And then come do me. Look here.
So
That's crazy, yo. Shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. Word up. Very
Yes,
proud
yes.
of them brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? See, that's why I make it difficult for y'all. Y'all not sure if I'm being like, yo, he just the clan. He just declared. Well, no, he did shout him out, though. No.
Yeah, see, that's it. He's leaving now. All right. And I ain't gonna
No,
edit
yeah.
shit, so people just gonna have to listen to all this.
Like, yeah.
but that's hip hop, man. You
That's
you
hip-hop,
tear
man.
people up
Talk
and
your
you
shit.
shout them out just
Yep.
because you know
Yeah,
what?
you
I
gotta shout
got
him
you.
out. You shout
I
him
got
out, it's
you.
all love. Can't get
I
mad
got
at
you.
me.
I respect you, but I'm gonna destroy you if I need to.
Yeah.
The shout out at the end is the no offense.
Yeah. I'm just teasing.
Or in the southern part, that's the bless their heart. You ever
the
notice
what?
Southern people can say the meanest, nastiest,
Oh, bless their
ratchet
heart.
thing, and then say
Oh yeah,
bless
your
her heart at the end, and that like wipes everything away.
They just say bless your heart. and that is the insult in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because you know that's basically telling you, boy, you're a bunch of you a goofy.
Oh, that boy's so ugly. He needs
So
to tie a
stupid.
pork
Bless his
chop
heart.
around his neck so his dog plays with him. Bless his
Yeah,
heart.
bless
you
his
know?
heart. Bless his heart. You got it. You know, he got a good heart. He got a face for radio, but he
That's
got a
right.
good heart.
Well, he just basically described us to a T.
He
And
did.
At that point, I think it's time we have landed the plane. Cool.
Yes,
Kim,
sir.
thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
It was our pleasure. Come back whenever you feel like, and when the new releases come out, we are.
Yes, the new release will be out. I'm going to serve you guys the single first. Now, if you happen to hear me say that to another DJ, don't take it personal because I'm really going to serve you guys first. I'm just saying that to them. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Now, I may say this part to them too, but I
But
really mean
it's
it with
really
you guys.
us.
For you,
Gotcha.
it's really you guys first.
Bless your heart.
Bless
All
your
right.
Come do me.
And on that note,
Yeah, and on that note, I'm gonna go to the house. I'm gonna get back in that bed and rest. I'm gonna change out this hoodie and all this, put on a nice hat and some
and a long button up and some baggy
oh,
slacks.
and some baggy slacks
And eat some
and
soup.
lots of color.
Yes.
All right?
And feel better, brother.
Feel better. Yes.
my plan,
And thank
man.
you for taking some time
Yo.
out to join us and our posse on Mr. Throwback Thursday. The
Yo,
one
shout
and
out to
only.
you, Bill. Shout out to you, Jamie, Linda, and everybody else that showed up and chimed in. Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. I am your friendly neighborhood fly guy. Hold on. I gotta tell y'all something real fast. And this
Okay.
is very briefly. I have a new single out. It's called Don't Talk No More.
What?
It's available on all streaming platforms. And you can get it at my website. You can buy it direct, which would be dope. But that's not what I wanted to tell you. I just wanted to remind you of that.
Okay, in case we forgot.
Okay. But the thing is, listen, apparently there is a canon event in Spider-Man 2, the video game, Miles Morales version,
Mhm.
where he's on a Prowler mission. And the Prowler tells Miles that him and his dad, Miles' dad, because the Prowler's his uncle,
Right.
tells him that they were at this radio station in Brooklyn. And they came up in the 80s, late 80s, when they were doing their things, right? When they came up and they went to a radio station in Brooklyn, right?
Mhm.
Where they battled, where they went to go and, get on, but they got beat by this next level group out of Staten Island. Now, I'm telling you that it could only have been the UMCs.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Okay. Because the time frame lines up. And I will tell you, I do remember battling this cat and went by the name of the Prowler. All right. All right. So I'm just telling you that the UMCs are not only a part of the hip hop universe, but we are low key a part of the Marvel universe. Expect our solo movie to come out sometime 2075. I may not be alive to see it nor be in it.
But you'll be animated because the Miles Morales version is an animated one.
So yeah, so you will see us soon. So I just want to put that out. I have revealed that here. I just discovered
Breaking
this
news.
yesterday. This is breaking news. I just found out about this yesterday.
You didn't play the special presentation thing for the breaking
Please,
news.
come on, give me it.
Man, hold on.
Give it to me one more time.
Where else you gonna hear that?
Anyway, yo, Jamie, Bill, Mr. Throwback Thursday, everybody in here, thanks so much for having me, yo. Once again, this is your friendly neighborhood fly guy, Kool Kim, signing out. Peace.
Thank you so much for joining us. The one and only Kool Kim, with an open invitation to join us whenever you would like. And I mean that sincerely.
All right, throw us to a break, Bill.
It is now time to take our final break of the day. When we come back, Bill will read some lyrics on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 508.
Bam.
And if you don't know what Bill reads lyrics is,
I couldn't think of a song to give you, Bill.
I gave him the heads up saying that what we do, and I said if you can come up with one, we will do it.
No, I couldn't think of nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I would,
Maybe I'll just do me.
Yeah, girl, do me. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, you really shouldn't do that, yo. Girl, come do me.
Just say that over and over a piano.
Either that or the rapping Duke.
Daha.
We actually did that whole record as a record of the week in the very early part of this show. Yeah.
Wow. Now then maybe doodle rap or picking boogers. Now, Girl Come Do Me, I think is the best one.
I got it.
All right. Well, anyway, let y'all brothers go. I gotta get some rest, man. I appreciate
Yes, you do.
Thanks for having me. You heard?
Anytime, brother.
Got it.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.
Take care.
See you
later.
Oh, that was so good. Let's come right in. We'll do lyrics. No music. We're at almost 3 hours. So
yeah. Let's see.
Do we want to do lyrics or do we just want to wrap it up?
No, we got to do lyrics because Kim just gave you a lyrics.
Okay, so let's come right back in, do lyrics.
Let me pull up the piano. I know. Let me pull up the piano real quick and we can get out of here. There it is. Piano. And we'll put that there. We'll put that there. And we started an hour early so we can get you out of here early. And we're going to get out of here damn near the same time.
Yes. Oh, he was great.
He was
fantastic. He fell right into our stupidity.
Oh,
That's the best part.
Okay. I'm going to give you the last verse and the hook because, the hook's what it's all about here.
Okay.
I also have to hit us a drop here. Give me a second.
All right.
Oh, well.
Kim drop.
Yeah. I just did his last week, though.
Yeah.
And while he was here, he did say something to make me play this one. Okay. We'll do this in a shriek. Who's your mama?
Yo, what's up? This boy, and you're listening to my boy, Jamie and Billy on Mr. Throwback Thursday. But you know, I gotta say this. These boys be talking some real good things on Throwback Thursday. So make sure y'all check them out. It's your boy Uncle Luke. Holla.
But it starts with Bill.
Preston. It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Left to right. Words together is a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headache. Right off for any cramps.
Most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 508. We are doing Bill Reed's lyrics right now. So
yes. So I'm gonna come over here to the private chat as a Kool Kim recommendation for Bill Reed's lyrics. If you were a patron, you would have heard it. But if you're not a patron, you missed out on the off-air conversations.
Yes.
So I'm gonna send this over to Bill in the private chat. You're gonna do verse 3 and the hook.
Okay, let me see. Verse 2 and verse 3. Okay.
And we're going to do that with no type of ado.
None.
Sesame Street Grover style, whether nearer or further.
Can't wait for him to hear this.
We will cue the motherfucking piano.
Hey, good looking. How many times may I say that your gorgeous smile takes my breath away? Your soft, warm little voice is very pleasing. And your tight mini skirt is kind of teasing me. It makes me want to do the nasty. And you got the look of being very classy. So go ahead and whip it on me. As Latifah said, give me that body. So you see right there, I desire you. I'm not a pimp. And I don't want to hire you because that's not what the genius is about. Let my love slide in and never slip out. Girl, come do me.
Yay.
That's strictly for Kool Kim.
Yes. 100%.
All right, man. I do have a second hat around here somewhere.
Well, that's good. So if you would be so kind as to switch from Bill
Just barely out of reach, but I found it.
to Phil, then you can take us home.
That has been changed. There.
All right, then take us home.
I would be more than happy to do that if I could remember where my list of the shout outs are. Kim just completely messed us up this week.
Yes.
Big shout out to Kool Kim. Thank you so much for joining us. The Mr. Throwback Thursday show is brought to you in part by the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. Find them on Facebook, X, Instagram, or at deathwishcoffee.com. Use TBT as the promo code to save 12% off of your order at Death Wish Coffee. Also brought to you by Def Rugs, defrugs.com, Facebook, X, and Instagram, all at Def Rugs. Handmade high quality hip hop themed rugs from the original Ruggy Fresh, Marshall Fox, and his business associate, who we talked about in the news, Eric Sermon. Go get yourself a Def Rug. Up in Schenectady, New York, our friend Heather Lent is the proprietor of the Bittersweet Candy Company, where she makes candy and chocolate that is handmade, small batch, different, and
delicious.
Check them out on Facebook. Order at bittersweetcandy.com. Use the code THROWBACK and save 10% off your order. Meltedmics.com, MLTDMICS.com. Melted Mics brought to you by Pumice T. Mendola. Hip hop themed t-shirts where you can get a 10% discount by putting in MR Throwback Thursday.
And you can get some crumbs.
Crumbs. And finally, Etsy.com/shop/geek like you, where the geek shall inherit the earth. Hip hop and pop culture themed items brought to you by the sick, twisted mind of Mr. Throwback Thursday and a sick, twisted wife, Mrs. Throwback Thursday.
Indeed.
Go to Etsy.com/shop/geek like you. Social media network, MrThrowbackThursday.com. Don't forget to go visit CoolKeithUMC.com or CoolKimUMC.com. I was thinking of your show that you're going to. CoolKimUMC.com to support our guest this week. MrThrowbackThursday.com. You can leave us a voice message. You can follow us on all of our social medias. You know where to find us on those at this point. Yeah. Shout outs: Gail Dunmeyer, Manny Baez, Sarah Henderson, John Henderson, Hugo Gonzalez, Sanket Patel, Teresa Lynn, Simple Luxuries at teresalynns.com, Clay Arsenault, the Shrieking Warrior, Jennifer Buchanan, Jason Heath, Jessica Walker, Shane Hatley, Ricky Schnarr, Kenneth Elsfelder, Mr. Cranky Pants, Brian Hollenbeck, the legend, Kevin Van Buren, Rob Jeffroy, Kate Harvey, Catherine Liska, and Ken Dwinell. They get mentioned every week because
I got 5 on it.
Or more.
You can become a patron by getting 5 on it as well at patreon.com/MRTBT. To our friends, Kings of the Sport, Talking Thai, everybody else that we talk about every week, our good friend DJB over at Freshtopia and It's Fresh Radio, where we are on every Thursday at 10 a.m. So go check us out there.
Oh, and if you're a patron, tonight is the night, 6 p.m.
Yes.
Dip into the Hip Hop Museum.
Absolutely. So until next week when we are back on episode 509. Oh, I almost forgot Wild One Radio at wildoneradio.com, 7 a.m. Fridays and all throughout the weekend. Don't want to forget them.
No.
Until next week, episode 509 will be coming your way. We'll have our traditional menu as far as I know. But until then, everybody take good care of yourselves and each other. Let your hands wash themselves.
And you wash your butt.
And until next time, keep it classic and always remember.
New school stale, old school fresh.